Welcome to the live stream. This is David Worrell. We do live trading, live commentary. We do all of the biggest earnings that are out there, and you are here for the NVIDIA live note. We are doing it. We're doing it big. We got about 46 minutes before it starts, so welcome to the show. We got a lot to go over before it starts. We're going to ship this out to everybody out there. We want everybody to know we are live, baby. We are live, and we are ready to rock. So welcome to the show. If this is your first time here, we do it all, baby. We do live trading just for you. We do live mentorship just for you. If you're interested in any of that, please just hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We have a lot going down. I am pumped for today. The CEO, Jensen, he'll be coming out in about 45 minutes. He's got a lot he wants to talk about. We're going to talk about what he's going to talk about before it comes out. And of course, we have so much to go over. We have so much to go over. We had a meeting last night. That meeting was absolutely awesome because a lot of the things came into fruition. Of course, we have just a few more minutes. We're going to hit that go-go button, baby. Let's make sure everything's up and running smooth. It looks like we have excellent connection. We want to make sure everybody is in, happy and healthy. We do have a poll. We want to know, will NVIDIA reach a new all-time high before the open tomorrow? That's the question. Jensen's going to be coming out, and he's going to be talking about a lot of things at this keynote. The main things he's expected to unveil is the new gaming graphics, the process units, the GPUs, and discuss NVIDIA's strategy to expand its artificial intelligence. If you guys didn't already know because you're living under a damn rock, NVIDIA is one of the leaders in AI. They are really ramping up with their GPUs, with their corporate PCs, their consumer devices. They are all for AI, and everybody wants those chips. This includes positioning gaming chips for AI tasks in corporate environments, potentially entering market dominated by Intel and Qualcomm. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to expand. They're trying to make even more than what they already have. So we have a ton to go over today, and I know there's quite a few of you out there that have a few questions. We might be going over the 5-minute trend break strategy today. I know a lot of the small cap penny stock lovers out there, they need to stay safe. I see a lot of people out there. It is terrifying to see. There is a ton of people out there losing their ass left and right because they are getting in all willy-nilly without understanding the risk that are appropriated with these small cap penny stocks. And so we're going to go over a little bit of that while we have some time. And of course, we're going to look over some of our leaders while we wait for good old Jensen to come on out and spit some of his game. We have new all-time highs lingering around 152.89. So can it get above that? That's really the question. Ashraf, it's good to see you. I hope I'm saying it. Ash, I think I'll just call you Ash. I think it's Ashraf. I hope I'm saying it right. You say you're excited to hear the 5-minute break, trend break. We are definitely going to hop right into that very, very soon. I just want to make sure everybody knows why we are here. We are here for NVIDIA. If you're watching this at a later time, that's A-okay. You can just fast forward this about halfway. You'll see the NVIDIA live keynote 2025 COE takeaway. CES takeaway. So just fast forward to that. You can listen to it. Yosef, what's going on? What's going on? It's good to see you in the building. Ashraf, I'm happy that you're here, brother, and I'm happy you're interested in the 5-minute trend break. You're saying it right, but call me Ash. All right, brother, I like that. There we go. Mano's here. What's going on, Mano? It's good to hear from you. I like having all the side conversations that we have, guys. All those side conversations that we have. It's absolutely awesome. We're building an absolutely amazing community. It's so good to see so many new faces. And guys, we hit a new milestone today. We actually just hit, what was it, babe? What did I hit today? 1,400 subscribers today. And it's all thanks to you. You guys are absolutely awesome. What's up, Sarah Sosa? What's going on? I think is that Sosa's wife in here, or is that another Sosa account? Sarah Sosa, what's going on, man? It's good to see you, or a woman. Now I'm a bit confused, Sosa. You got 2 accounts, brother? That's awesome, man. It's good to see you. Guys, we are here for NVIDIA. I'm going to read verbatim, what they are going to be talking about in less than an hour, okay? It's going to be coming out in 41 minutes, 55 seconds. Jensen's going to come out, and he's going to be talking about this. scheduled to deliver the opening keynote at CES 2025 tonight at 9:30 Eastern. He is expected to unveil new gaming graphic process units, or GPUs, and discuss NVIDIA's strategies to expand its artificial intelligence, or AI. The technology beyond data centers. They're trying to get beyond those data centers. Even though those data centers are absolutely kicking ass for them, they want to try and compete with Qualcomm, and they want to compete with Intel by using consumer devices and corporate PCs. Now, you guys know corporate PCs is a big one. You know, if corporates buying, they're buying in mass quantities. This includes positioning gaming chips for AI tasks in corporate environments, potentially entering markets dominated by that Intel and Qualcomm. So the keynote will be streamed live, and we have plenty of places that we can watch it. But guess what? You're going to watch it here because we will have the tickers up. You're going to have my reactions. And of course, you're going to be with the awesome, the best community out there on YouTube. And of course, we are on Facebook. If you aren't with us on Facebook just yet, what you need to do is click on my link tree in the description down below, go to that Facebook and join our Swing Trader Strategies. If you are in, and I won't name any names of any Facebook groups, but if you're in some Facebook groups that have a lot of spam or a lot of crap content, what you need to do is you need to join our community at Swing Trader Strategies because we are spam free. The second the spam comes in, it gets knocked out. We have awesome moderators and they are all here to help people just like you. Whether you're new or you're a seasoned vet, we have it all, and we always like to stay laser focused on the leaders. The leaders, guys. We want to be in those hot themes, those hot sectors like AI, like drones, like quantum computing. We were there first. We called it all out, and then we also brought you the leaders like Nvidia, Tesla, Google, Microsoft, MSTR. We were there at that breakout. We made plenty of money. Netflix on the trend breakout, LX, A-Lab, Google, DEC, AVGO, Meta. If you guys were here, we were watching AVGO as it broke up. We talked about the 1 minute opening range break. If you don't understand what I am talking about, we have strategies for you. We have the 5 minute trend break. We have the trend and base breakout strategies. We have the opening range breakout strategies that we learned from awesome traders like Christian Quilamagi, like William O'Neill, like Dan Zanger, and so many other people, guys. So if you are not already hitting that like and that subscribe button, you don't need any more excuses. Let's get better each and every day. What's up, Sosa? It's good to see you, brother. Sosa, my brother. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Zamora's in the building. We already have 16 of you in here, and we still have 38 minutes till the actual show starts. So we have plenty to go over, plenty to talk about. And one thing I did promise is that 5 minute trend break strategy. So I'm going to go over it. I'm going to give you a quick overview on a trend break strategy here. And if you guys have any more questions, you're more than welcome to do a mentorship with me in the future. We just started this up a few days ago and actually reached out and we're launching it out to the public now by popular demand. I love to say it, but and you know, I really appreciate everybody pushing me to the point to get to this because I wanted to always have all free content, but now wanting to do this at home, not go to work anymore, just focus on helping traders stay laser focused, find their process, and trade properly. That is my dream, to have a YouTube show and to be able to be a mentor to all those people that are completely lost, that don't understand technical analysis or do not understand risk management. If you don't know what risk management is, you need to go watch my video. All right, let's see. Manny says, do you think it's a good time to buy stocks like AMD? I have a position in them and don't want my average cost to go up, but I also want more stocks. LOL. Manny, that's a really, really good question. Now, AMD is a sound, it's actually a sound trader. And what I mean by that is financially, they are doing well, right? Financially, they actually make money. They are in the chip sector, which is a hot sector. But if we look at AMD, we always like to say trend is our friend. And when we open this up on the daily time frame, you can see this trend is trending down. Not to mention, this is the 200-day moving average. That's not a very good sign for AMD. So instead of looking at something saying, well, it might bounce here, or this might happen, or that might happen, if you already hold a position, sure, it's completely up to you. You can do what you want. But the way I trade, no. It's below a 200-day moving average, and grandma has always said, don't play with those stocks below a 200-day moving average. I'm a momentum trader. I am a breakout trader. I want to be in where the money's at, and usually that's buying high and selling higher, okay? And it does go against your intuition of buying low and selling high, right? It sounds so simple, but if you buy low, what happens when that stock goes lower, right? So let's use our common sense here. Let's focus on these things. And if you're looking to buy AMD, I would wait for 3 new lower highs and then a trend or a base breakout. Currently, we're below a 200-day moving average and it's curling down. I don't care for AMD. I care about its leader, Nvidia, and AVGO, which I do hold a position in AVGO. I did take this trend break out today. I took a small position, and we're going to see what happens with it. Of course, I did take it on higher volume, as we always talk about. So buy the rip, not the dip, and that's true. Well, maybe not buy the rip, but watch the rip, wait for it to contract, make that contraction pattern, get tight, and then we buy it on the next rip. The first rip that we see gets our attention. The next area is the breakout. And you can see here, earnings on AVGO, that is the rip. We're not buying here unless you're playing the opening range breakout, which we did call in our Discord, which is absolutely free. You guys can join. We called this 1-minute opening range breakout. I even have it marked on the chart so we can see exactly how it would do. We were a little too talkative in our Discord that morning. I totally forgot to get this, but we always want to follow up. If I'm calling something out, I'm going to continue to call it out. I'm not going to call something out and then just forget about it. You know, we want to see, did it do good? Did it fail? What can we learn from it? Because remember, guys, you are a loser unless you're learning. You're a loser unless you're learning, and that's so damn true. We have plenty of new faces in here. What's up, Stock Wayne? What's going on, brother? Stock Wayne says, weak jawline, can tell you're a real OG. Oh, man, I haven't had a jaw comment in a while. Yeah, I'm a jaw jockey too, man. I can talk your damn ear off. We also have a vote on the poll. Will Nvidia reach new all-time highs before the opening tomorrow? That's a very, very good question, I think, and I think everybody needs to vote on it. Right now, we got 16 votes and 22 of you watching. If you don't want to vote, that's fine. At least hit that like, and if I'm bringing you any form of entertainment or edumacation, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okay, guys? Now let's keep on keeping on. What else we got in the chat here? Buy the rip, not the dip. Stockwave says, you're the AMC meme dude, brother, exact lookalike. Oh no, I've heard that too. Stock Wayne, come on, man, you're beating me up now. Let's see, Manny says, I bought 3 shares of AVGO. Yeah, I think let me check my position really quick. Let me take a look at AVGO. I think I only bought a few shares on this breakout. I bought 5 shares on this breakout, and I'm willing to add, but this right here was the breakout right here, guys. I just bought this breakout. I'm risking the low of previous day, which is 229.49. You do the math on what that is, but I think it's less than $100 I'm risking. So it's really not that bad. So as promised, we're going to go over my 5-minute trend break strategy before the show starts. We have 33 minutes till Nvidia starts, guys. And I'm really, really excited to hear all about these trips. So we will go over my 5-minute trend break strategy really quick, guys. We're going to go over them very, very quick. Now, if you have further inquiry or you want to learn more about this or see more examples, just reach out to me. It's davidworrell8@gmail.com for a mentorship inquiry. We're doing that. We're setting you up, and we're making sure that we can fit everybody in. So now here, this is the 5-minute trend break strategy. I use this on penny stocks or small cap stocks. I don't like to just say penny stocks because then you're thinking only things that are $1 or below. This is a 5-minute trend break strategy that is focused on small cap stocks. So I usually like to use the daily and the weekly time frame because I am a swing trader primarily. This 5-minute trend break strategy is for day traders only, okay? So keep that in mind. You need to understand the time frame that we're looking at when I go over this. The 5-minute trend break strategy, the buy rules, is all on the 5-minute time frame. You're looking for 3 higher lows and 3 lower highs. If you don't understand what that means, I will go over that. I'll give you a couple examples. We want it to be above VWAP. If you don't know what VWAP is, that's the volume weighted average price. You can add that to your charting software. I use TradingView for my VWAP and my anchored VWAP. We want it to be above the 10-day moving average as well. So if you have all of these, it's already showing that it's building momentum, okay? It's got 3 new higher lows, 3 new lower highs, meaning it's getting a nice tight range. I'll show you an example in just a second. Stick with me here. It needs to be above the VWAP and above the 10-day moving average. We want to see big volume in pre-market. If you don't see big volume in the pre-market, you're not looking at the right stocks, okay? You're looking at something that's lost its momentum. We want to see big volume. We want to see momentum. And it should have some type of catalyst. What's catalyst? An FDA approval, news that makes it more relevant than before, or possible new price targets, something that gets the public excited. And then when it comes to risking, I'm only risking 1% of my account. So if you have a $100 account, risking 1% would be $1, and that's fractal. $1,000 is $100, okay? So make sure, or I'm sorry, it's $10. So make sure that you're using no more than 1% of your risk on your account. If you're using more than 1%, you're really setting yourself for failure, because then you only can take so many trades, you're gonna completely deplete your account, okay? You must use previous higher low as a stop, meaning the previous ticker, and I'll go over that. And then right now, the way I do this is I do not add. I do not add, okay? Now there's many different sell rules, but let me show you some examples here. This is your first example. You get this big push up, big volume, another big volume push up, and we can see right here on this image that we have the 3 new higher lows, 1, 2, and 3 new higher lows, 3 new lower highs, 1, 2, 3 new higher lows, 3 new lower highs, and then it gets really tight right here in this range. If you guys see this, oop, I'm zooming in too far for you now. But you can see right here, it's above the VWAP, okay, and it's above its 10-day moving average on the 5-minute time frame. It meets all the criteria, and look what happens here. Rip, tater chip, we're using the previous candle as my stop. Previous candle. This thing, rip, tater chip, we're taking off half at all-time high, and we're letting the other half ride till either end of day or until you reach your goal of 5 or 10R, depending on what it is, okay? This is one of many examples. We can show you many examples. Also, the free float on this was only 527,000, meaning it is a rip your face off kind of stock, okay? Make sure you are very careful and you have your stop set. Here's another one. This is CING. Do you guys remember CING when it was ripping? Here's another 5-minute trend break strategy and another one on top of that. Yes, do they look like high, tight trend breaks? Yes, because that's what they are. Here's GOVX. I'm sure if you were in the penny stock land, I played this one here. You have 3 new higher lows here. Let me see if I can zoom in for you. Here's your 3 new higher lows. 1, 2, 3. 3 new lower highs. 1, 2, and 3. It's above VWAP. It's above its 10-day 5-minute break. And look at this. It breaks out. We're using the previous candle as our stop. And sure enough, we get another rip, tater chip. This thing, you would have taken half of your shares out right here, earning yourself around 20 to 30% profit. And then this right here, roughly another, 75% before the big drop, okay? And you could have held on to this for the next day, but I play these on a daily time frame, or I'm sorry, on a 5-minute time trade, which is an intraday chart, meaning I'm selling by the end of the day, okay? Now I have so many damn examples of this, and I could go on and on forever. A lot of my daily time frame setups look a lot like my 5-minute trend break setups as well. So they go hand in hand, but you need to understand the time frame that you are on, and you need to understand why you bought and where you are going to sell way before you even buy this. That is risk management. That is how traders continue to make money, even if they are only right 30% of the time. We're talking Christian Quilamagi, a trader who took $2,000 and has a vast amount of millions, well over $10 million right now. And he used the same type of strategy, this timeless strategy on the daily and weekly time frame in order to capitalize. And guess what, guys? He was only right 30% of the time. You need to be wrong. You need to accept being wrong, but you need to cut your losses very quick. You need to know when to cut those losses. And with this 5-minute trend break strategy, here's another example, okay? And I even have some examples where it didn't work out, and I actually shorted it. Actually, is this one right here. Here's an AMD short. You can even see right here, this thing where I got in. I mean, I was up 300 bucks in 10 minutes, guys, and this thing really failed. And hell, if I would still be holding on to that today, I would have tens of thousands of dollars from this, but we are focused on an intraday time chart, so we're ending at the end of the day. And I see you guys talking in the chat. I really appreciate you, all the chats. I'll catch up with the chat just a second. I know I'm long-winded here. Let me take a sip. So this was the AMD short fail. You can see right here on this time frame, you can see right here, guys, we have the three lower highs. So here's a high, here's a lower high, and here's a lower high. Now we have a higher low. Here's a low, here's a higher low, and here's a higher low. We are above VWAP and we are above the 10-day moving average. But guess what? This broke down. When it broke down, I decided to take 250 shares short in this trade, okay? 250 shares short. It really made my day. It made my loss for trying to take this out. See, I bought it here for the breakout, and then it stopped me out here. When we popped back up, I took it short, and we made some big money on this AMD short. Now, this was made for a long strategy, guys. This was made for a long strategy, but you can play it both ways. You can play it both ways. The reason why I liked this as a short more than I did a long is because, look, we're below a 200-day moving average. When you're below a 200-day moving average, you know what grandma says. Don't be playing with them girls under a 200-day moving average. And guys, I have just so many examples. You guys can see here, I'm just scrolling. And this is one of my many strategies that you can absolutely learn in my mentorship program. It's $100 for an hour. And guys, I'm not pushing this. I'm not trying to get you to buy this. I have a ton of free content. But if you're one of those people that need that one-on-one attention, that one-on-one support, just email me. It's in the description down below, and you can see right here our good old our Dan Bob, our bot. Yes, he's a real live AI, but he posted in the link tree right here. If you click on this link tree, you can see our YouTube, our Discord, Trading View, the platform I use to keep an eye on all of our stocks. Of course, our Instagram, TikTok, our Facebook is all right here. Click on that Facebook, guys. Absolutely awesome. And in the description down here below, you'll see my emails right somewhere, right here. Here's the email if you want to have any inquiries like that. Now, we need to catch up on the chat. So that's the 5-minute trend break. Ash, I really hope you enjoyed the 5-minute trend break strategy. Guys, I have plenty of strategies. I only focus on one right now, and that's my swing trading strategy. While I work on the side from time to time, I want to make sure that I'm in very good leading stocks like AVGO, like Google, like Reddit. And we can go over some of the stocks that I'm holding right now and some of the stocks I actually bought today. But I focus on those so I can not have to worry so much, and I can let the time take a hold and let my money work for me. Let's go. Let's go over the chat. We got a lot in the chat. Wow. Stock Wayne. Stock Wayne. I love the name. Annaliz Sosa, thank you for sharing link. Yeah, I do. You know, Sosa, big shout out to you, brother. I appreciate you bringing all your friends, all your family. Thank you so much for just reaching out to me and taking good care of me, brother, and getting my name out there, man. This is what we're all about. We're all about helping others. So, Stock Wayne said had 666 million today. Went short at the high of the day. It's up after hours. Oh no, Stock Wayne. Yeah, that's trading, brother. Hey, we've all been there, brother. We've all been there. Thank you, Dan, Bob Dan, for blessing us with your presence and posting that link tree in the thing there. Let's see. Stock Wayne, B. Stewie, yeah. Just one of those stocks plus end of football season. I had no idea. Yeah, brother, I understand that. Chat's not moving. Thank you so much for that 5-minute strategy. Ash, you are very, very welcome. I really do appreciate you being here and asking about it. You know, I love sharing my strategy, guys. It works. It works. You just need to make sure you understand that risk management. I do have a video on risk management. I try to tell everybody, if you are looking at any type of trading whatsoever, where do you start? You start with risk management, because if you blow all your capital, you cannot show up and trade the next day. You can't. If you don't have money, how are you supposed to trade? Sure, you can paper trade, but how freaking fun is that? You know, there's no emotion in paper trading, and it really does suck. Now, if you're just starting, I highly recommend paper trading, so that way you understand the working orders, like the markets, the limits, the after hours, the any order, right? If I'm just naming off orders here, you're just going to get confused. But paper trading is very good for the brand new trader. But after you've been trading, you need to put emotion, you need to put capital at risk in order for this to actually give you that. I mean, you hear about people paper trading all the time. They're like, oh, I've made millions of dollars. I'm going to absolutely destroy the market. And then they get in and they have real emotion on the line, and then they get completely crapped on. You guys don't want that. I don't want that. I'm absolutely doing my best to save some of you people out there that just decide, hey, so-and-so in this chat room said to buy, I'm going to buy, and then guess what happens?
Your support.
They get absolutely crapped on. And thank you for that subscription. Who did? Who was that? Carl. Carl, thank you so much for subscribing. I do appreciate your time, brother. Ash says, do you have a video on learning charts? I do. I actually have 2 videos on my trend and base breakout strategies. They aren't open to the public. You have to be a member for that. It's only $5 a month. That will be open. We actually just started this membership thing. I'm trying not to, you know, I try to give everything away for free, but we have 3 things that we try to sell here. And that'll be available very, very soon. So check back in. We'll be happy to get you set up with that in the next 24 hours. YouTube should be able to get that out for you. Now, guys, I want to keep everybody in mind. Why are we here? NVIDIA. NVIDIA today is having Jensen, the CEO, is going to come out and he is going to be talking about a few things. Now, let me give you exactly what he's expected to unveil some new gaming graphic chips, or GPUs, graphic processing units. He's trying to expand the artificial intelligence games beyond just data centers. Because if you don't know, a lot of NVIDIA, so when NVIDIA first came out, or they really broke the $500 area, I really just thought they were just gaming, you know, their graphics cards and stuff like that. But really, they're in AI. Everybody wants their chips. And then their GPUs, their graphic processing units, and they're trying to expand beyond the consumer devices and corporate PCs. That includes positioning gaming chips for AI tasks in corporate environments. Once corporate gets a hold of these AI chips and they start buying those up, you're going to see NVIDIA stock price even higher. They're trying to compete with Intel and Qualcomm, okay? So when we look at these things, when we look at NVIDIA and we look at NVIDIA's chart, you have to ask yourself, when we were here, I said, when we break 130, we need to be very, very wary, because this is the area of support right here. Let me blow this up. Here is the daily time frame. You can see here, I had this marked out, right? I had this marked out. This is a huge area of support. We don't want to break this. And sure enough, we held. But man, we really squeaked by. This made me very, very nervous for all the NVIDIA investors. And of course, if you have a long-term account, whether it's a Roth IRA, a 401k, you are invested in NVIDIA, whether you know it or not. There's big money, big capital, big institutional ownership buying these things up. And you have to understand, guys, when we start to break these lows and we start to break that 50-day moving average, guys, that can be very, very nerve-wracking. But it did hold. It undercut, it rallied, it traded sideways, it digested some of that information, and now look, rip, tater chip, we're trading right around that $150 area, just so close to new all-time highs. All-time highs is 152.89. Guys, I've been following NVIDIA, and I've been telling you NVIDIA has been a leader since that $500 breakout. Yes, it's 50 now, but we've had a stock split, okay? But this was the $500 area, and I talked to all my friends and all my family about this $500 area because the earnings exploded. It traded sideways for a 6-month period. If you don't understand base or trend breakouts, a 6-month period for any stock to trade sideways and not fail and start to create new higher lows and have a tightening range, you need to have your eyes on those stocks. So use this $500 or now $50 area as a very, very true market leader, or a TML, a true market leader breakout right here. This is what you want to find. This is what you need to dream about. When your head hits that pillow, you want to be thinking about this $500 breakout. What's up, Christine? It's good to see you. I don't know why you're retracting your message. Let's catch up on the chat, guys. Let's see here. Do you have a video? Yep, we got that. Hello, David. First time here. Thank you. Yeah, Annaliz, it's good to see you, and I appreciate you being here. I hope you can make yourself a cot, you know, in the back with the rest of the homies. We have an awesome community here, man. We really do. Everybody's here. We're missing a couple of them. I'd like to see Sweet Jolene in here. She's awesome. It's good to see her. Hopefully she pops in, but she's definitely at a later time. Dan, Bob Dan, the greatest moderator alive, and B Stewie. We're all here. Amazing community. We got Yosef. We got London on the track, baby. And we got about 16 minutes, too, until NVIDIA gets a poppin'. What's up, John? What's going on? Is this live now? You are darn tootin' it's live now. And if you guys haven't already, take a look at my screen. I want to make sure that you guys stay live. So click this live button right here. You see this live button right here? If you click that, it'll bring you right to the front. So that way you are live with us. You don't want to miss this. This is going to be an amazing show. And then, of course, I'm going to hit this refresh button. I'm hoping we got more likes than this. We got 17 likes and 33 of you watching. Come on, guys. We got 33 votes, but we don't have 33 likes. Do me a favor. For the YouTube algorithm, for me, for yo mama, hit that like button for me, guys. We want to make sure we get out to as many people as we can. We have an amazing community. I promise you, I'm not going to do you wrong, and nobody in this community is going to do you wrong. Jimmy's here. Jimmy's here. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? Jimmy Bright's in the building. Now it's a frickin' party, baby. I'm going to send some love your way, Jimmy. It's good to see ya. Hell yeah, brother. All right, guys. So we have about 15 minutes. I want to keep an eye on this. Yes, we have it. It's up. It's ready to rock, baby. I'm just waiting for Jensen to come on out and say hello. You know what? I'll give him the mic. I will give him the mic. I will let him take over the show for about an hour. And then, if I got to get up on stage myself to spit some artificial intellect, then I will do it myself. But Jensen, he seems to know what he's talking about. So we're going to give him the mic here in about 14 minutes. In the meantime, guys, I do want to take a look at some of the stocks that we called out and what is playing right now. We have APP. We called this base breakout right here. You can see where this green line is. I'll just draw this for you. I took the base breakout. We're only up $100. We're up $100 on APP. It's just getting started. I only took half share size on this, guys. I know you like to hear those flashy numbers. Up $1,000 today. I'm only up a couple $100 today. We took it nice and slow because the market just got above that 50-day moving average, just got above the 21-day moving average. So I'm dipping my toe in the water and I'm starting to take the base breakouts again. Here's a beautiful base breakout on APP. It is a leader in the market. We had some VPC, some volume contraction, VCP, volume contraction pattern right here. It looks nice and strong above all of its moving averages and held up really well when the market pulled back. We also took some AVGO. I only took 5 shares of this. It's a big boat of a stock, and it's, it moves 4.7%. So it's on the faster moving side, I guess you could say, for as big as it is. So we're in AVGO. And of course, you guys know I've been talking about Google for a long time. I took this trend breakout right here. You can see that. Why? Well, when the overall market was pulling back, Google was still holding above a 10-day moving average. That's what you want to see in a momentum leader. So I took Google. I also took Reddit, which I was not impressed with Reddit breaking this base here and then pulling back. So I'm going to keep a very close eye on Reddit. I think I'm actually down just a couple of bucks. Yeah, $68 on that. Google really made up for it today, though. We're up, let's just see, not that it even matters. We're up about $100 on Google. So Reddit's not doing me too many favors here, but a little extended from the 10 and 21-day moving average. We played the base breakout. I'm going to hold on to it until it breaks previous day's low at 167. We're going to see what happens here, guys. These aren't buy or sell recommendations. It's my big talking head showing you the trades that I'm taking. And of course, we do long-term investing. When we had this huge pullback, I bought. When we had this huge pullback in the pre-market, I bought. We have about, let me see here. I bought about 13 shares total, and we're up about $100 on this long-term account, guys. So we're doing well. We're doing well after the market had such a terrible pullback, and now it looks like the market, with NVIDIA's help, is above all moving averages. I am risk on, and I'm hoping that this overall market, yes, I use the word hope because I don't know what's going to happen, but what we can do is react to what is happening. So keep that in mind, guys. I do hope, I'm always rooting for the overall market to continue higher, to hold higher, and I do hope it does. Jolene, see, I spoke and you came into existence. Sweet Jolene is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Jolene, for blessing us with your presence. Jolene actually has an amazing thing on Facebook. Guys, I just want to show it to you really quick. Let me go to Swing Trader Strategies really quick and bring this up. Guys, if you're not a part of Swing Trader Strategies and you are into learning, just like me, you can see here if you scroll down, and once you get accepted into Swing Trader Strategies and you scroll down, this is my absolute favorite thing that she does on here. It's called Just a Girl Trying to Learn, and this is by far one of our more popular things, and she just goes over this, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Right here, Happy New Year's 2024. The only way a person can professionally set goals is the smart way. She talks about the goals that she's setting, some of the issues that she came across. Looks like Calvin T. Robertson. Thank you so much for joining the squad, brother. I see you hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. B. Stewie says sprinkles. Anyway, back to the task at hand, guys. She has all of her thoughts here, and I tell you what, she has been growing so stinking fast. She is so smart. I'm so blessed to be surrounded by so many smart people in this damn Discord, in this damn community. So thank you guys so much for being a part of that, and make sure you go to Swing Trader Strategies and make sure that you apply. You will be entered right away. We just do a quick application process because we are spam and scam free. If we see anybody spamming or anybody scamming, reach out, let us know. We will delete them immediately, but we usually are on it. They usually don't get past our scanning process because we have awesome moderators. So I really hope you guys are able to do that. Let's see what else we got going in the chat. Robert Tainch is in the building, baby, and we got 39 of you here. Do I need to check that like button? I hope you guys are on top of it, baby. Robert, that's good to have you here, brother. Thank you so much. Oh no, is B. Stewie singing? Oh no, that's not good. We don't want to hear you singing, B. Stewie. You got that raspy voice, you know? You know? Happy birthday to you. Jolene says, oh, you rock. Hey, Jolene, no. All goes to you. Sosa, yes, let's do this, baby. And Dan Bob Dan has posted that link tree in the chat. So guys, let's bring it right on back. NVIDIA, all eyes on NVDA. Yes, we are extended from a 10-day moving average. Yes, this is a huge push, but yes, it was on higher volume. That is what we want to see right here, folks. What is this? This is my 20-day average volume line that you see down here at the bottom, okay? What we want to see on a 20-day average is the volume on pullbacks to be below that and the volume to be higher on the pushes higher, and that's exactly what we're seeing. So this is a good sign. I'm not saying that NVIDIA will reach new all-time highs, but we do have 39 votes, and 64% of you are saying yes, we will break 152.16 before tomorrow's open. I like that. I know that these polls that we have are extremely awesome. I mean, we have had some votes where we had like that green roulette table where it is barely going to happen, and it happens. If you guys vote, it comes into fruition. So I'm really excited to see tomorrow if NVIDIA will open up before the open, if it's going to reach new all-time highs. I think with this, depending on what Jensen has to talk about, and if he brings those investors, he just starts shaking that cage and gets people excited, guys. I really can see this thing hitting new all-time highs. Now, these aren't buy or sell recommendations, obviously, guys, but what I will say is that I am excited for the volatility that is at hand. We talked yesterday in our meeting that there are a lot of stocks. WGS was setting up. Look at this breakout, guys. I missed this breakout today. We talked about WGS. We said if it breaks this trend breakout, this is the move. And look at WGS. Please tell me somebody in our Discord took this damn trade. We've been watching this for so damn long and I missed it. Of course, I'm not going to catch every trade, but guys, this is what we're talking about. We talked about WGS yesterday, and bada bing, bada boom, you'll be making money soon. And look at the volume. The volume on higher volume. This thing just reached new all-time highs today, and I'm just seeing it. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. ANF, we talked about that today. It looks like we had a breakout on Friday, and it looks like we're having a pullback. So we're going to see if this thing wants to continue higher. If it does, this might be a nice area to get in, but I'm going to have to wait and see and watch a little closer. We got 47 of you in the room right now, and I know XTIA, oh my goodness. All right, we got 6 minutes before this is going to start, and I know a lot of you have been talking about XTIA, so we're going to go over it really quick. Look at this, guys. Huge pop up, but if we look at XTIA, it's on a huge downtrend. So I want everybody to really understand when you're looking at stocks like this, you're in it for a good time, but not a long time, okay? Now, this thing is breaking up higher. It is a penny stock. There's a lot of risk involved with this. Just be careful because everybody's talking about it right now, and if there's too many people on one side of the trade, it can fail. Now, I'm not saying it will, but what I'm saying is if you're in it to win it, make sure you're taking profits, but make sure you're letting your winners run. So it's awesome to see these kind of moves. You want to see these kind of moves in penny stock land. When we're up over 259%, yes, it does get people excited, but just know that this is probably a pump and dump, so please be careful. If this thing does set up a 5-minute trend break strategy in the morning, you can use that strategy to play, but we need to be very, very careful with XTIA. If you're not already in it, please wait for your setup. Wait for your process to come into fruition, okay? Yeah, and there was QUBT I talked about this morning. It was on a trend breakout watch. You can see it did break its trend, but it was not on higher volume at the time. I was keeping a close eye on it. I'm sorry, it was on higher volume at the time, but I missed it, and then it pulled back drastically. So that's why we use that risk management. I would have been stopped out. But look, guys, we're still holding that 10-day moving average. This still has an opportunity to take off. So QUBT in the quantum computing stocks is still looking very, very good. We went over so many stocks, guys, so many stocks. We have about 5 minutes till Nvidia is going to be coming out and chatting with us right here. We got it all set up. We got it all ready to go. We're waiting for that stream, guys. We will be here when it pops up so you can be a part of this. And guys, make sure you hit that like and subscribe because we have an amazing community here for you. We are here for you. We are trying to keep you protected by sharing what risk management is. If you are a new trader or a seasoned vet, you can stand behind what I'm saying. I know if you're a new trader, you might say, what is risk management? How do we use risk management? How do we live to trade another day? And if you're a seasoned vet, you know the very first thing out of any great trader's mouth is risk management because you're not a great trader. You're not a seasoned vet unless you understand risk management. So I know that the great traders will back me up, and I know the new traders will strive to learn and understand. Let's catch up on chat. Well, we only have about 4 more minutes. Let's see. Yeah, XTIA. A lot of people are talking about XTIA. To me, it's just another pump and dump, guys. But yes, if you are in it to win it, baby, you know, I'm rooting for you. I really am rooting for you. XTIA, there was a few other ones like CMCT. RGF had a huge pullback today. BOXL, huge gain. You don't hear a lot of people talking about that. Huge gain on that. You can see it made over 300% move as well. RHE, another big mover that pulled back as well. So there's a lot of small cap stocks that are doing big things out there, guys. But I always like to focus on the leaders. If you focus on the leaders and you focus on the swing trading strategies, in that sense, you can help protect your account a little better, especially if you can't be in front of it at all times. Jolene says, Fubo. Yeah, wow. What happened to Fubo? Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. That looks like an episodic pivot if I've ever seen one. So yeah, that's absolutely beautiful. Fubo has my attention now. Look at that. Absolutely crazy. And if you would have taken a 1-minute opening range breakout, you would actually still be in it and you'd still be making money. So that's actually really nice to see. We're going to have to put Fubo on here. I'll have to do a deeper dive to see what exactly is going on with Fubo. We'll have to look at the news and do the deeper dive, obviously, and see what exactly happened with Fubo. But I'm assuming that they had some type of partnership with Disney. Yeah, it looks like Disney and Fubo TV to merge live TV streaming services. So that's really good. Did Disney move on that news as well? Let's take a look. Let me get rid of this here. Doesn't look like Disney buzzed on that, but obviously Fubo is going to take the cake as Fubo partnering with Disney, it looks like they have generated and will generate some huge revenue. So that's going to bring in a lot of your speculators on what is going on for this. So right now, nothing I can do with Fubo. We've already really ramped up there. Now we have to wait to see if we have a pullback for a base or a trend breakout before we can get in. If we buy here and it starts to pull back, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? So we have 1:40, and I seen we just got another subscriber. Thank you so much. I didn't catch the name as it came through, but thank you so much for your subscription. We do appreciate each and every one of you. We have an amazing community, and we are continuing to grow. Zamora's talking about RR and SoFi. Yes, absolutely. Jolene, yeah, news with Disney. Isn't that awesome? Pretty crazy. Mustang Juan, what's going on? Somebody have a secret on buy options for the same day? You know, I don't mess with options. I don't like the time decay at all. I like when I buy, I like to buy. When I sell, I like to sell. I don't mess with options at all for that reason. I don't like the time decay. Of course, when you have those options and you can buy and you can leverage your account with them, just know that there's a lot of potential to the downside too. That's all I'm going to say about options. I like equities. I like my stocks, and I focus on stocks. I have had so many people try to pull me into options. Trust me, I know that there are so many amazing things that you can do with options, but I just focus on stocks primarily. Yes, I have traded options before. I have made money with options. I'm happy with my trades, but I didn't like the time decay. I rather not focus on that. I'm a technical swing trading momentum break and trend breakout trader, so I don't focus on options in that sense. But I will say this, if I find a juicy trade one of these days and I just say, you know what, this is a 5-year plan and they have options for that, or a year plan, that's something I might be interested in, and I will be coming to all my options traders friends for a look-see. It looks like we have about 6 seconds. We're going to see. I need to stay focused here to make sure that we get, there we go. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this now. And let me go ahead and play this. Looks like now it's saying 15 more minutes. All right, well, we're going to wait. We'll be here first. No big deal. I am on their website, NVIDIA at CES 2025. It's saying 15 more minutes. Even though their, their website said that it would be starting now. So I'm sure their webcast is saying it would start now, but they haven't actually started just now. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. We'll start another timer here just so that we have everybody's attention. Let me go ahead and change this for you guys really quickly. 14 minutes. We'll save that and we'll start it, and we'll go ahead and pop this up here. Okay. So we can go ahead and continue going over a few other stocks if you would like. Let's see what we have in the chat. I know we got VRAX. You want me to take a look at VRAX? Hang on. Zamora had a few stocks in here. Yeah, let's look at RR. And don't worry, guys. When NVIDIA pops up, we will be here. We got 49 of you watching. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. We're doing it big, baby. And we are growing so damn fast. I would say in the past 3 days, 30 subscribers. I mean, it's awesome. If we could do 10 subscribers a day, we are going to have the best YouTube show out there. I promise you that, because we do already have the best community. This is RR, and it looks like we are really ramping up. I do think we were doing a deeper dive on RR yesterday. This is Rich Tech Robotics. You can see it's getting a lot of volatility down here in the daily time frame. But right now where we are at, there's nothing I can do with this stock. There is no trade. I'm just going to have to be patient, wait for this thing to actually set up again and form a trend, kind of like you see right here, or a base breakout. And if it does either one of those two, this might be a nice trade. If you're already in it, well, we are extended from the 10-day moving average, and that's great news for you because it's holding a 10-day moving average. So if it wants to continue higher, it looks like you are going to continue to rake in those proceeds. So thank you so much for bringing that up, Zamora. And we also will look at SoFi. Well, we have a few minutes. SoFi looks like it's breaking down a little bit here, but it's bouncing off that 50-day moving average. We have earnings that is coming out on the 27th. So we have about 20 more days for that. So SoFi, it's looking healthy, still holding that 50-day moving average, but I really wanted to see this thing hold that 21-day moving average because you can see it's been using that 21 as an area of support for quite some time. So we'll see if SoFi wants to hold out. I do think it's still a potential leader excuse me, a potential leader in the market, but we'll see what it wants to do for us. Jolene says bouncy. The Stewie bounce. Yeah, the Stewie bounce, baby. Is sold Fubo to early, get in at 325. Very, very nice. Oh, the Stewie bounce on Fubo. Very, very nice, guys. Very, very nice. Sosa says VRAX. I think we looked at VRAX as well yesterday. This looks like it's starting to leave its stage 1, and it might be entering a stage 2 here. Now, I think VRAX is in biotech. So biotechnology is going to have inherent risk as it is, guys. If you are watching any type of biotech, you're going to find out right away. Biotechs could come out with an FDA denial, and it can just gap down and go to zero overnight. That's why I don't really care for biotechs. But also, the main reason why I'm bringing this up is because biotech right now, the sector is not doing so well. So I want to be in hot sectors, hot themes, and leaders in the market. And VRAX does not hold those. But I will say this, because I always like to say a little something positive. We're above all the moving averages, and you have this beautiful curl. And it actually broke this basing area. And then its biggest area, excuse me, of resistance would be right here at $3. So what do I mean by that? If we go back here and we use not anchored VWAP, but if we use VWAP and we look at this area, look at this bout of volume, over 90 million shares traded here, okay? With 90 million shares traded, if we take the average volume area on this, you can see it lands us around $3.13. Now, if we zoom on the intraday time frame up here on the top of my chart, you'll see that red line comes right across here. Look what happens. We get a big bout of volume, we smack right into that area of resistance, and we start to pull back. Now, two things can happen here. We can not get past this area of resistance and we can continue to pull down, or we hold the majority of these gains here and we continue to ramp up and take out this area of resistance. If we can get above it, that area of resistance will turn into an area of support. So if you're looking at VRAX and you don't care about the sector, you don't care about the themes, and you're looking at VRAX for a specific trend breakout trade, you want to make sure it gets above this 312 area and holds that area, okay? So I like VRAX. I like the look of it on a technical basis, but if we zoom out and we look at the bigger picture, I don't care for VRAX. I don't like the sector. I don't think we're in a hot sector. It's not a hot theme, but it is a mover. That's for damn sure. Let's see what else we got. Jolene says, NVIDIA will hit an all-time high this year. Yeah, well, I mean, I hope so. I do hope it does, because if you got a Roth IRA or a 401k or any type of long-term investing, you own NVIDIA. NVIDIA is a big boat now, guys. And if you don't already know, let me just show you on the stock heat map. NVIDIA takes up the majority of this area. Right here is NVIDIA. You can see it's a big boat. It's a big boat. It is as big as Apple and Microsoft, right? It is probably the biggest stock, depending on where we sit on a daily basis. I think right now it is, market cap is 3.66 trillion, where Apple is 3.7 trillion. So it's just smaller than Apple, but maybe after Jensen comes out and spits his game, we'll see if it makes a new market cap and it beats Apple. So we'll see very soon if that's going to happen. All right, so back to NVIDIA, guys. I just want to make sure we are all here for NVIDIA. We are going to focus on NVIDIA, and NVIDIA is coming out very, very soon. We already have it up and running. We're just waiting for it to pop up. It looks like they are live. We're just waiting for Jensen to come out and say hello. Let's see what kind of music. Let's hear their music. What do they got playing here? That's not bad. That's not bad music. Some of these earnings that we do, they got some horrible elevator music in it. And I'm happy that they actually have some decent music. I mean, I wouldn't even know if I'd call that decent. But we have it up. It's right here, guys. We're going to keep this right up here so everybody can see it. I'm pretty excited about this, guys. If you can't hear it in my voice already, NVIDIA is to come out. They are to talk about their GPUs and discuss NVIDIA's strategies to expand its artificial intelligent technologies beyond its data centers to its consumer devices and corporate PCs. This includes positioning gaming chips from AI tasks in corporate environments, potentially entering markets dominated by Intel and Qualcomm. Okay, guys, so he's going to come out, he's going to talk about all that, and we're going to see if investors are going to get excited about this. Now, the market is closed. After 8 o'clock, we don't see any movement in the overall market, but if they do well, if they say, hey, you know, investors are excited, you're going to see a gap up tomorrow morning. If they don't like it, you're going to see a gap down tomorrow morning, and I think it's all very, very relevant. So I'm very excited to see what happens tomorrow. I'm going to be up bright and early. I'm going to be up at 6 a.m. to see what happens first thing. I'm going to have my, I know this sounds pretty lame, I'm a nerd, but you're going to see, I'm going to have my stock charts up, so when I wake up in the morning, I will see Nvidia. Nvidia will be blasting in my eyeballs to see what happened. That's how much I absolutely love in here. So let's see. Ash says, please give us a background on how you got into stocks and how you learn every day to grow. Brother, that is a loaded question. Excuse me. Let me take a sip. You know, I really appreciate you asking that, brother. Guys, I'll tell you exactly how I got into stocks and why I want to continue to grow each and every day and how you continue to grow each and every day. First and foremost, if you want to learn each and every day, you need to have a passion for this because trading is hard. You're going to get beat up, especially the first 3, 4, hell, even 5 years of trading. My first 4 years of trading, I just got my ass handed to me left and right because you don't know what you're doing. You don't even know how to buy or how to sell. You get stuck in a stock. My very first trade, I bought a stock, and by the time I made it home, I was down $60, and I was asking the wife, like, how the hell do I get out of this stock? You know, that was the first and only time I just bought willy-nilly. Right after that, I learned risk management. I learned how to take care of myself first and foremost. I actually joined a Discord, and you guys will see him. It's Holy Diver, a gentleman. He had a Discord when he first started trading, and I met up with a profitable trader, and this gentleman taught me risk management right off the get. And that is why I am still here trading today. And that is why I created a YouTube, because I want to be Captain Save-A-Ho. I want to make sure I save as many people that are out there that say, wow, this looks cool. What's this about? And then next thing you know, you're in here and you're getting your ass kicked. I don't want that. Risk management, people. That's what I'm here to teach. Here to teach technical analysis. I'm here to teach risk management, and I'm here to show you how a process works. If you don't have a process, then you don't have anything. You're a gambler, okay? We don't like gambling, okay? Now, there's always, people always say, well, it's always a bit of a gamble. Well, no, you are taking risk. But that risk, if you have a process, you know that if you take so many trades in your specific niche, in your specific market, even if you only win 30% of the time, you can still make money, okay? If I gave you a coin, heads or tails, and I said heads, you win $10, tails, you lose $5, right? So you're winning twice as much on heads as you are losing on tails. How many times would you flip that coin? How many times? I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna wanna flip that coin as many possible times as I will allow you to, because your odds of winning money are twice the amount, guys, okay? If it's 50-50, you know, you're gonna win twice the amount. You're gonna win $10, maybe lose 5. Win $10, lose 5, right? You're gonna continue to be up money. And that's a simple strategy that I like to use, or a simple analogy I like to use. Now, how did I get into trading? I'm telling you, when I was a kid, my uncle was a part of the stock market, and I was looking at FinViz before I even knew what FinViz actually was and what FinViz could actually do for you. And I just thought it was wild and crazy, you know, all these numbers and lights and whistles and bells. And I started looking into, you know, what I can do, because I had extra money, right? I had extra money. I paid off my house, and I said, well, I have all this extra money. What should I do? So I started looking into all the opportunities that were out there, and sure enough, I found the stock market. And if I would have known how much money I was going to kind of lose learning this, I probably would have been a little bit more apprehensive, okay? But now that I have risk management, I have processes in line where I'm protecting myself. I'm very comfortable with trading. I'm very easy going about this. As long as you are disciplined and you have a process, you can make money. You can make money. The hard part is the discipline. That's where everybody lacks. So if you are a disciplined trader, you can make money. You just need to have a process, guys. Let's see what else we got. We got Roblox Gamer says, can you please cover ARBE? NVIDIA just made a huge collaboration with them long term. And they got an upgrade price target of $6 to $20. The stock only like $4 right now. Yeah, you know what? We got 1 minute. I could take a little peeky gander. I appreciate the inquiry. ARBE. So ARBE, if we look at this, wow, look at nice pop here. Definitely something to watch. When I see something like this, I'm waiting for it to set up again. Now this might show a 5-minute trend break strategy. This is on the 1 minute time frame. If it breaks out of this area, this might be a nice trade. But when we look at this on the 5-minute trend break strategy, we could use one more higher low. It looks like it's forming a base right here at the top. Now, yes, that's really, really good news. And this could really, really get to ramping up. I'll have to do a deeper dive. But when we get a big push up like this, what I like to see is an area that we can get in. An area that we can get in. Actually, Keith Stone, NVAX. We already went over NVAX, brother. We already went over NVAX. You'll have to rewind this a little bit and take a little peeky gander. We got 52 of you in here, and it looks like the show is getting ready to start. So I'm gonna let them take over. I'm gonna let them talk. I promise. I'm a jaw jockey. I'm only gonna come in here every once in a while to remind you guys to do what? To hit that like and subscribe button. Do it for me, please, before we start. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, so you can be a part of this amazing community. We got 53 votes. Will NVIDIA reach new all-time highs before the open tomorrow? 64% of you say yes, it will break 152. 9% say I own NVIDIA, and yes, it will break highs. We're still waiting on them to come out. The timer is up. We're ready to rock. Let me get this out of your way. We're just waiting for Jensen now. Jensen, my boy Jensen. I invited him on the show today. We're going to see what he's got to say. We're going to see if he's got what it takes to rattle the cage, to get these investors excited again. And I will be sitting here chatting with you guys in the right here in our chat. So if you guys have anything you want to ask me in the chat, I'll sit here and hang out with you guys and type, and we'll see what's going on. But we got 60 of you in here. You guys are ready. I'm ready too. We got NVIDIA CEO Jensen, keynotes 2025 CES. I'm excited. I hope you are excited too. We have 61 of you in here, baby. This is a great day for me. I promise you that. Let's see. It looks like it's getting ready to start here, guys. We're going to just wait here patiently. I'll just give you one more overview. This is what he's talking about. Yes, I use ChatGPT. ChatGPT is absolutely amazing. NVIDIA is coming out with its keynote CES 2025 tonight, 9:30 p.m., which is starting right meow. He's expected to unveil new gaming graphics, processing units, GPUs, and discuss NVIDIA's strategies to expand its artificial intelligence AI technologies beyond data centers into consumer devices and corporate PCs. This includes positioning gaming chips for AI tasks in corporate environments, potentially entering markets dominated by Intel and Qualcomm. The keynote will be streamed live on David Worrell. So I'm glad you guys are here. I am pumped that you are here. And please hit that like and subscribe button before we start, because I'm not gonna sit here and chat. I'm not gonna sit here and bug you. We are all here for one reason and one reason only, and that's Jensen. Come on out here, Jensen. Come on, don't make our people wait. Let's get this thing going, baby. Michael Taylor says, Sosa. So, oh, you're here with Sosa too. What's going on, Michael Taylor? I'm glad to have you in here, brother. Jolene, yeah, come join us on Discord. Absolutely free, guys. We have an absolutely free Discord. Just click into that link tree. And of course, join our Facebook, guys. Join our Facebook. All right. We're going to get this thing popping very, very soon. Very, very soon. Here we go. Let me bring up NVIDIA here. Even though it's not going to move, I want everybody to know where we lie on NVIDIA. We're going to blow this up, and I will clear some of this junk. Here we go. Here we go. And this is what your beautiful NVIDIA looks like currently. It's a beautiful chart. I really do. I love the chart. Been watching Nvidia for quite some time. All right, guys, let's see. Just a few more minutes, guys. We're just waiting on Jensen. You can't rush the man. You can't rush genius. Absolutely. B. Stewie says, Roblox Gardner, I tried to get in at 413 on ARBE when it broke above the anchored VWAP. And B. Stewie loves using anchored VWAP. If you guys don't know what AVWAP is, anchored VWAP, you guys will find out very soon because if you're a part of our Discord, he uses anchored VWAP on just about everything. Absolutely love it too. And got stopped out when it went below anchored VWAP. Would like to see a retest tomorrow at open. Yeah, retests are absolutely awesome. We talked about that in our Discord before. Retests are very, very important when we break above these key levels. You want to see retests. You want to see things pull back, and then you want to watch them very closely to make sure that they are being supported there. All right, come on out, Jensen. Come on out. I want to hear it. I want to see it, baby. What you got for us? Couple more minutes, guys. It looks like it's getting ready to start here. Just a couple more minutes, I promise you. And you, everybody who has been here from the absolute start, who has been here since I started talking about the 5-minute trend break strategy, thank you so much for being here. I absolutely love having this show. And if you guys don't know already, my absolute goal is to have a live show each and every morning where I do the commentary. I do live trading in front of you, just for you. I answer your questions. We do stock trading and analysis. If you can get behind that, make sure you hit that like and subscribe and join our free community. We absolutely have an amazing community here. I absolutely love each and every one of you. We absolutely love having you with us. Jolene says, in Discord, we chat about how we check news on runners too. Absolutely. Yeah, Jolene is actually, when Jolene first came in, I said, oh, we're going to save that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CES 2025. I'm Gary Shapiro, CEO and Vice Chairman of the Consumer Technology Association, the producer of CES, and I am so thrilled to kick off this show with a keynote by one of the most consequential companies in the world. NVIDIA exemplifies the cutting-edge innovation we celebrate at CES. And founder and CEO Jensen Huang is a true visionary, demonstrating the power of ideas, technology, and conviction to drive innovation and reshape our industry and our society. I always like to say that if I'd listened a little bit more closely the last time Jensen spoke at a CTA event, I could have retired already. But over the past 3 decades, he has established NVIDIA as a force driving change across the globe in industries ranging from healthcare to automotive and entertainment. Today, NVIDIA is pioneering breakthroughs in AI and accelerated computing that touch nearly every person and every business. Thanks to his leadership, NVIDIA's innovations enable advanced chatbots, robots, software-defined vehicles, huge virtual worlds, hyper-synchronized factory floors, and so much more. Huang has been named the world's best CEO by Fortune and The Economist, as well as one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people in the world. But you know, the fact is, like for all of us in this room, our success and his success was not preordained. Jensen started out working at a Denny's as a dishwasher and a busboy, so be nice to them in the future. And he said that the lessons he's learned there, the value of hard work, humility, and hospitality, are what helped him keep the faith and persevere through some of NVIDIA's early challenges. In just a few minutes, we'll hear from NVIDIA founder and CEO Jensen Huang on his unwavering vision of the future and where we're headed next. Stay tuned and have a great CES.
Hit that like and subscribe button, guys. We have an awesome show ahead of us. I am so pumped to hear what he's got to say, but make sure you hit that like and subscribe so you don't miss any more shows from this guy. We cover everything NVIDIA. We also cover lots of earnings. We do live trading, live commentary, all the good stuff. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys, and vote on the poll. I want to know, will we break 152.16? That's the real question. 64% of you right now, we've had 64 votes. 64% of you say yes, we do. We will break before the open tomorrow. So hopefully we get a nice gap up tomorrow. I really hope we do. 14% say no, we will stay below 152.16. And 14% say, I'm just here for the show, Dave. 8% of you say, I own NVIDIA, and yes, it will break its highs. Very interested to see. Very excited to hear Jensen come out here. Come on out, Jensen. Don't be shy. He's probably back there chatting with an AI robot right now, like, give me my speech. Give me my speech. I don't know what to say. Maybe he is a robot. Has anybody taken that into account? You know, the first CEO to ever be a robot. Jensen. Ladies and gentlemen, Jensen. I don't know. Just a jaw jockeying over here, guys. Sosa, I'll send you that picture here in just a minute. We got a few more minutes, guys, where we're just waiting on Jensen to come out. Appreciate everybody being here. Yeah, I know the emojis look a little small, but that's what emoji, I mean, I can't make an emoji any bigger. Come on, dude. But that will be a part of the whole membership thing, which should be available tomorrow. I thought it should have been available today. We're just waiting on it. We'll see. But yeah, guys, we're just waiting. We're gonna see what happens here. Come on, Jensen. In the meantime, we can take a look at a few stocks. NVIDIA. We can look at. Oh, there we go. We got another subscriber. Look at that, baby. Can't stop. You can't stop, baby. Thank you for your subscription. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. So NVIDIA, yes. And I just can't believe we missed WGS today. Look at this high tight flag. This is what I teach, guys. This is exactly what I teach, and I missed this damn stock today. It was absolutely beautiful mover. If you would have taken this trade at the trend breakout, you would be up over, you'd be up 9.41% today on that. Back to NVIDIA, guys. Back to NVIDIA. Here we go. Looks like we're getting ready to start here now. Be careful. You got epilepsy. Might cause discomfort. They still haven't started. They keep tricking me. Let's go. Come on, baby. I want this show. I'm excited, man. This is going to be a good time. And I got the whole crew with me here today, baby. We did reach 55 people, Ash. That's awesome, man. Yeah, 55, baby. Let's go. Nothing but love, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, baby. I am pumped. I can hear the music. I don't know if you guys can hear the music, but I can hear the music. I'm trying not to play the music because I'll probably get demonetized for it. That's good music. They got good music. It's not elevator music, at least, you know. Sound is choppy and fast. Yeah. Tough to play. Yeah. SOUN. Yeah, SOUN is a little choppy. I'll bring this up on my chart really quick. Yeah, after it ramped up, it's just kind of in a area of price discovery. It's trying to hold above that 10-day moving average, but it has broken. So SOUN, we're going to see what happens with that. We'll see very soon. All right, here we go. Maybe. We'll see. All right, guys, let's do this.
This is how intelligence is made. A new kind of factory. Generator of tokens. The building blocks of AI. Tokens have opened a new frontier, the first step into an extraordinary world, where endless possibilities are born. Tokens transform words into knowledge and breathe life into images. They turn ideas into videos and help us safely navigate any environment. Tokens teach robots to move like the masters. Inspire new ways to celebrate our victories.
A martini, please.
Coming right up.
Thank you, Adam.
And give us peace of mind when we need it most.
Hi, Maroka.
Hi, Anna. It's good to
Thank
see
you, Michael
you
Taylor,
again.
for your support.
Hi,
brother. We
Emma.
appreciate
We're gonna
you.
take a blood sample today, okay?
Don't worry, I'm gonna be here the whole time.
They bring meaning to numbers to help us better understand the world around us. Predict the dangers that surround us. And find cures for the threats within us. Tokens can bring our visions to life and restore what we've lost.
Zachary, I got my voice back, buddy.
They help us move forward, one small step at a time. And one giant leap together. And here is where it all begins.
Welcome to the stage, NVIDIA founder and CEO, Jensen Huang.
Welcome to CES! Are you excited to be in Las Vegas? Do you like my jacket? I thought I'd go the other way from Gary Shapiro. I'm in Las Vegas after all. If this doesn't work out, if all of you object, well, just get used to it. I really think you have to let this sink in. In another hour or so, you're going to feel good about it. Well, welcome to NVIDIA. In fact, you're inside NVIDIA's digital twin. And we're going to take you to NVIDIA. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NVIDIA. You're inside our digital twin. Everything here is generated by AI. It has been an extraordinary journey, extraordinary year, and it started in 1993.
Ready, go!
With NV1, we wanted to build computers that can do things that normal computers couldn't.
Who remembers that game?
And NV1 made it possible to have a game console in your PC. Our programming architecture was called UDA, missing the letter C until a little while later, but UDA, Unified Device Architecture. And the first developer for UDA and the first application that ever worked on UDA was Sega's Virtual Fighter. 6 years later, we invented, in 1999, the programmable GPU. And it started 20 plus years of incredible advance in this incredible processor called the GPU. It made modern computer graphics possible. And now, 30 years later, Sega's Virtual Fighter is completely cinematic. This is the new Virtual Fighter project that's coming. I just can't wait. Absolutely incredible. 6 years after that, 6 years after 1999, we invented CUDA so that we could explain or express the programmability of our GPUs to a rich set of algorithms that could benefit from it. CUDA initially was difficult to explain, and it took years, in fact. It took approximately 6 years. Somehow, 6 years later or so, 2012, Alex Karshevsky, Ilya Sutskever, and Jeff Hinton discovered CUDA, used it to process AlexNet, and the rest of it is history. AI has been advancing at an incredible pace since. Started with perception AI. We now can understand images and words and sounds. To generative AI, we can generate images and text and sounds. And now, agentic AI. AIs that can perceive, reason, plan, and act. And then the next phase, some of which we'll talk about tonight, physical AI, 2012. Now, magically, 2018, something happened that was pretty incredible. Google's Transformer was released as BERT, and the world of AI really took off. Transformers, as you know, completely changed the landscape for artificial intelligence. In fact, it completely changed the landscape for computing altogether. We recognized properly that AI was not just a new application with a new business opportunity, but AI, more importantly, machine learning enabled by transformers, was going to fundamentally change how computing works. And today, computing is revolutionized in every single layer, from hand coding, instructions that run on CPUs to create software tools that humans use. We now have machine learning that creates and optimizes neural networks that processes on GPUs and creates artificial intelligence. Every single layer of the technology stack has been completely changed. An incredible transformation in just 12 years. Well, we can now understand information of just about any modality. Surely you've seen text and images and sounds and things like that. But not only can we understand those, we can understand amino acids, we can understand physics. We understand them, we can translate them, and generate them. The applications are just completely endless. In fact, almost any AI application that you see out there, what modality is the input that it learned from? What modality of information did it translate to? And what modality of information is it generating if you ask these three fundamental questions, just about every single application could be inferred. And so when you see application after applications that are AI-driven, AI native, at the core of it, this fundamental concept is there. Machine learning has changed how every application is going to be built, how computing will be done, and the possibilities beyond. Well, GPUs, GeForce, in a lot of ways,
NVIDIA is moving.
all of this with AI is
Not
the
in the right
house that
direction.
GeForce built. GeForce enabled AI to reach the masses. And now, AI is coming home to GeForce. There are so many things that you can't do without AI. Let me show you some of it now.
NVIDIA's at 150. NVIDIA's current price, 150.
That was real-time computer graphics. No computer graphics researcher, no computer scientist would have told you that it is possible for us to ray trace every single pixel at this point. Ray tracing is a simulation of light. The amount of geometry that you saw was absolutely insane. It would have been impossible without artificial intelligence. There are two fundamental things that we did. We used, of course, programmable shading and ray traced acceleration to produce incredibly beautiful pixels. But then we have artificial intelligence be conditioned, be controlled by that pixel to generate a whole bunch of other pixels. Not only is it able to generate other pixels spatially, because it's aware of what the colors should be, it has been trained on a supercomputer back in Nvidia, and so the neural network that's running on the GPU can infer and predict the pixels that we did not render. Not only can we do that, it's called DLSS, the latest generation of DLSS also generates beyond frames. It can predict the future, generating 3 additional frames for every frame that we calculate. What you saw, if we just said 4 frames of what you saw, because we're going to render 1 frame and generate 3. If I said 4 frames at full HD, 4K, that's 33 million pixels or so. Out of that 33 million pixels, we computed only 2. It is an absolute miracle that we can computationally using programmable shaders and our ray tracing engine, to compute 2 million pixels and have AI predict all of the other 33. And as a result, we're able to render at incredibly high performance because AI does a lot less computation. It takes, of course, an enormous amount of training to produce that, but once you train it, the generation is extremely efficient. So this is one of the incredible capabilities of artificial intelligence, and that's why there's so many amazing things that are happening. We used GeForce to enable artificial intelligence, and now artificial intelligence is revolutionizing GeForce. Everyone, today we're announcing our next generation, the RTX Blackwell family. Let's take a look.
Current price $149.37, not heading in the right direction, but we still have plenty of time. Current price for NVIDIA $149.39.
Here it is, our brand new GeForce RTX 50 series Blackwell architecture. The GPU is just a beast. 92 billion transistors, 4,000 TOPS, 4 petaflops of AI, 3 times higher than the last generation Ada. And we need all of it to generate those pixels that I showed you. 380 ray tracing teraflops so that we could, for the pixels that we have to compute the most beautiful image you possibly can. And of course, 125 shader teraflops. There's actually a concurrent shader teraflops as well as an integer unit of equal performance. So 2 dual shaders, one is for floating point, one is for integer. G7 memory from Micron, 1.8 terabytes per second, twice the performance of our last generation. And we now have the ability to intermix AI workloads with computer graphics workloads. And one of the amazing things about this generation is the programmable shader is also able to now process neural networks. So the shader is able to carry these neural networks, and as a result, we invented neural texture compression and neural material shading. As a result of that, you get these amazingly beautiful images that are only possible because we use AIs to learn the texture, learn the compression algorithm, and as a result, get extraordinary results. Okay, so this is
pulling back big time, guys. We're at 148.75, 148.58.
Blackwell 5090. Now, even the mechanical design is a miracle. Look at this, it's got 2 fans. This whole graphics card is just one giant fan. You know, so the question is, where's the graphics card? It's literally this big. The voltage regulator design is state-of-the-art, incredible design. The engineering team did a great job. So here it is. Thank you.
We are at an area of support.
Those are the speeds and feeds, so how does it compare?
150 is its area of support, so breaking below that's not looking as pretty as I'd like to see.
RTX 4090. I know many of you have one. I know it. Look, it's $1,599. It is one of the best investments you could possibly make. For $1,599, you bring it home to your $10,000 PC entertainment command center. Isn't that right? Don't tell me that's not true. Don't be ashamed. It's liquid cooled, fancy lights all over it. You lock it when you leave. It's the modern home theater. It makes perfect sense. And now for $1,599, you get to upgrade that and turbocharge the living daylights out of it. Well, now with the Blackwell family, RTX 5070, 4090 performance at $549.
Guys, that's very competitive pricing right there. That's very competitive pricing.
Impossible without artificial intelligence. Impossible
And just like that,
without
we start heading back
the
up higher,
4
148.75.
teraops of AI tensor cores. Impossible without the G7 memories. Okay, so 5070, 4090 performance, $549, and here's the whole family. Starting from 5070 all the way up to 5090. 5090, twice the performance of a 4090. Starting, of course, we're producing at very large scale availability starting January. Well, it is incredible, but we managed to put these in gigantic performance GPUs into a laptop. This is a 5070 laptop. For $1299, this 5070 laptop has a 4090 performance. I think there's one here somewhere. Let me show you this. This is look at this thing. Here. There's only so many pockets. Ladies and gentlemen, Janine Paul. So can you imagine? You get this incredible graphics card here, Blackwell. We're going to shrink it and put it in there. Does that make any sense? Well, you can't do that without artificial intelligence. And the reason for that is because we're generating most of the pixels using our tensor cores. So we ray trace only the pixels we need, and we generate, using artificial intelligence, all of the other pixels we have. As a result, the energy efficiency is just off the charts. The future of computer graphics is neural rendering, the fusion of artificial intelligence and computer graphics. And what's really amazing is, oh, here we go. Thank you. This is a surprisingly kinetic keynote. And what's really amazing is the family of GPUs we're going to put in here. And so the 5090 will fit into a laptop, a thin laptop. That last laptop was 14.9 millimeters. You got a 5080, 5070 Ti, and 5070. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, the RTX Blackwell family.
I got the jackets right up here. If you guys want to buy one, about $9,000 for a Tom Ford leather croc collar jacket.
Brought AI to the world, democratized AI. Now AI has come back and revolutionized GeForce. Let's talk about artificial intelligence. Let's go to somewhere else at NVIDIA. This is literally our office. This is literally NVIDIA's headquarters. Okay, so let's talk about AI. The industry is chasing and racing to scale artificial intelligence. And the scaling law is a powerful model. It's an empirical law that has been observed and demonstrated by researchers and industry over several generations. And the scaling law says that the more data you have, the training data that you have, the larger model that you have, and the more compute that you apply to it, therefore, the more effective or the more capable your model will become. And so the scaling law continues. What's really amazing is that now we're moving towards, of course, and the internet is producing about twice the amount of data every single year as it did last year. I think in the next couple of years, humanity will produce more data than all of humanity has ever produced since the beginning. And so we're still producing a gigantic amount of data, and it's becoming more multimodal. Video and images and sound, all of that data could be used to train the fundamental knowledge, the foundational knowledge of an AI. But there are, in fact, two other scaling laws that has now emerged. And it's somewhat intuitive. The second scaling law is post-training scaling law. Post-training scaling law uses techniques like reinforcement learning, human feedback. Basically, the AI produces and generates answers based on a human query. The human then, of course, gives a feedback. It's much more complicated than that, but that reinforcement learning system with a fair number of very high-quality prompts causes the AI to refine its skills. It could fine-tune its skills for particular domains. It could be better at solving math problems, better at reasoning, so on and so forth. And so it's essentially like having a mentor or having a coach give you feedback after you're done going to school. And so you get tests, you get feedback, you improve yourself. We also have reinforcement learning AI feedback, and we have synthetic data generation. These techniques are rather akin to, if you will, self-practice. You know the answer to a particular problem, and you continue to try it until you get it right. And so an AI could be presented with a very complicated and a difficult problem that is verifiable functionally, and it has an answer that we understand, maybe proving a theorem, maybe solving a geometry problem. And so these problems would cause the AI to produce answers, and using reinforcement learning, you would learn how to improve itself. That's called post-training. Post-training requires an enormous amount of computation, but the end result produces incredible models. We now have a third scaling law, and this third scaling law has to do with what's called test time scaling. Test time scaling is basically when you're being used. When you're using the AI has the ability to now apply a different resource allocation. Instead of improving its parameters, now it's focused on deciding how much computation to use to produce the answers it wants to produce. Reasoning is a way of thinking about this. Long thinking is a way to think about this. Instead of a direct inference or one-shot answer, you might reason about it. You might break down the problem into multiple steps. You might generate multiple ideas and evaluate, your AI system would evaluate which one of the ideas that you generated was the best one. Maybe it solves the problem step by step, so on and so forth. And so now test time scaling has proven to be incredibly effective. You're watching this sequence of technology and all of these scaling laws emerge as we see incredible achievements from ChatGPT to O1 to O3, and now Gemini Pro. All of these systems are going through this journey step by step by step of pre-training to post-training to test time scaling. Well, the amount of computation that we need, of course, is incredible. And we would like, in fact, that society has the ability to scale the amount of computation to produce more and more novel and better intelligence. Intelligence, of course, is the most valuable asset that we have, and it can be applied to solve a lot of very challenging problems. And so, scaling law. It's driving enormous demand for NVIDIA computing. It's driving an enormous demand for this incredible chip we call Blackwell. Let's take a look at Blackwell. Well, Blackwell is in full production.
Current price $149.55. We're seeing some resistance at that $150.
First of all, there's some every single cloud service provider now have systems up and running. We have systems here from about 15 computer makers. It's being made about 200 different SKUs, 200 different configurations. They're liquid-cooled, air-cooled, x86, NVIDIA Grace CPU versions, NVLink 36 by 2, NVLink 72 by 1, whole bunch of different types of systems so that we can accommodate just about every single data center in the world. Well, these systems are being currently manufactured in some 45 factories. It tells you how pervasive artificial intelligence is and how much the industry is jumping onto artificial intelligence in this new computing model. Well, the reason why we're driving it so hard is because we need a lot more computation. And it's very clear that Janine? It's hard to tell. You don't ever want to reach your hands into a dark place. Hang on a second, is this a good idea? All right.
This dude just whipped out a shield. He's shunning all the haters with it. What is he doing?
Wait for it. Wait for it. I thought I was worthy. Apparently, Yonir didn't think I was worthy. All right. This is my show and tell. This is a show and tell. So, this NVLink system, this right here, this NVLink system, this is GB200 NVLink 72. It is 1.5 tons, 600,000 parts, approximately equal to 20 cars, 120 kilowatts. It has a spine behind it that connects all of these GPU together, 2 miles of copper cable, 5,000 cables. This is being manufactured in 45 factories around the world. We build them, we liquid cool them, we test them, we disassemble them, ship them in parts to the data centers because it's 1.5 tons. We reassemble it outside the data centers and install them. The manufacturing is insane. But the goal of all of this is because the scaling laws are driving computing so hard that this level of computation, Blackwell over our last generation, improves the performance per watt by a factor of 4. Performance per watt by a factor of 4, performance per dollar by a factor of 3. That basically says that in one generation, we reduce the cost of training these models by a factor of 3. Or if you want to increase the size of your model by a factor of 3, it's about the same cost. But the important thing is this. These are generating tokens that are being used by all of us when we use ChatGPT or when we use Gemini, use our phones in the future. Just about all of these applications are going to be consuming these AI tokens. And these AI tokens are being generated by these systems. And every single data center is limited by power. And so if the perf per watt of Blackwell is 4 times our last generation, then the revenue that could be generated, the amount of business that can be generated in the data center is increased by a factor of 4. And so these AI factory systems really are factories today. Now the goal of all of this is so that we can create one giant chip. The amount of computation we need is really quite incredible. And this is basically one giant chip. If we would have had to build a chip, here we go. Sorry, guys. You see that? That's cool. Look at that, disco lights in here. All right. If we had to build this as one chip, obviously this would be the size of the wafer, but this doesn't include the impact of yield. It would have to be probably 3 or 4 times this size. But what we basically have here is 72 Blackwell GPUs or 144 dies. This one chip here is 1.4 exaflops. The world's largest supercomputer, fastest supercomputer, only recently, this entire room supercomputer only recently achieved an exaflop plus. This is 1.4 exaflops of AI floating point performance. It has 14 terabytes of memory, but here's the amazing thing. The memory bandwidth is 1.2 petabytes per second. That's basically the entire internet traffic that's happening right now. The entire world's internet traffic is being processed across these chips, okay? And we have 130 trillion transistors in total, 2,592 CPU cores, whole bunch of networking. And so these, I wish I could do this. I don't think I will. So these are the Blackwells. These are our ConnectX networking chips. These are the NVLink. And we're trying to pretend about the NVLink spine, but that's not possible, okay? And these are all of the HBM memories, 14 terabytes of HBM memory. This is what we're trying to do, and this is the miracle of the Blackwell system. The Blackwell dies right here. It is the largest single chip the world's ever made. But yet, the miracle is really in addition to that, this is the Grace Blackwell system. Well, the goal of all of this, of course, is so that we can, thank you, thanks. Boy, is there a chair I could sit down for a second?
Why does he want to sit down? What's going on? Is he okay? Something
Can I have a Michelob Ultra?
Very interesting. You don't want to see the CEO have to sit down for some reason. And need a drink of water. I mean, that's understandable. He's up there chatting, but hopefully everything's all right.
How is it possible that we're in the Michelob Ultra Stadium? It's like coming to NVIDIA and we don't have a GPU for you. So we need an enormous amount of computation because we want to train larger and larger models. And these inferences used to be one inference, but in the future, the AI is going to be talking to itself. It's going to be thinking. It's going to be internally reflecting, processing. So today, when the tokens are being generated at you, so long as it's coming out at 20 or 30 tokens per second, it's basically as fast as anybody can read. However, in the future, and right now with GPT-01, with the new Gemini Pro and the new the 01, 03 models, they're talking to themselves, reflecting, they're thinking. And so, as you can imagine, the rate at which the tokens could be ingested is incredibly high. And so we need the token rates, the token generation rates, to go way up. And we also have to drive the cost way down simultaneously so that the quality of service can be extraordinary, the cost to customers can continue to be low, and AI will continue to scale. And so that's the fundamental purpose, the reason why we created NVLink. Well, one of the most important things that's happening in the world of enterprise is agentic AI. Agentic AI basically is a perfect example of test time scaling. AI is a system of models. Some of it is understanding, interacting with the customer, interacting with the user. Some of it's maybe retrieving information from storage, a semantic AI system like a RAG. Maybe it's going on to the internet. Maybe it's studying a PDF file. And so it might be using tools. It might be using a calculator. And it might be using a generative AI to generate charts and such. And it's taking the problem you gave it, breaking it down step by step, and it's iterating through all these different models. Well, in order to respond to a customer in the future, in order for AI to respond, it used to be ask a question, answer starts spewing out. In the future, you ask a question, a whole bunch of models are going to be working in the background. And so test time scaling, the amount of computation used for inferencing, is going to go through the roof. It's going to go through the roof because we want better and better answers. Well, to help the industry build agentic AI, our go-to-market is not direct to enterprise customers. Our go-to-market is we work with software developers in the IT ecosystem to integrate our technology to make possible new capabilities, just like we did with CUDA libraries. We now want to do that with AI libraries. And just as the computing model of the past has APIs that are doing computer graphics or doing linear algebra or doing fluid dynamics, in the future, on top of those acceleration libraries, CUDA acceleration libraries, we'll have AI libraries. We've created 3 things for helping the ecosystem build agentic AI. NVIDIA NIMs, which are essentially AI microservices all packaged up. It takes all of this really complicated CUDA software, CUDA DNN, Cutlass, or Tensor RTLM, or Triton, or all of these different really complicated software, and the model itself, we package it up, we optimize it, we put it into a container, and you could take it wherever you like. And so we have models for vision, for understanding languages, for speech, for animation, for digital biology, and we have some new exciting models coming for physical AI. And these AI models run in every single cloud because NVIDIA's GPUs are now available in every single cloud. It's available in every single OEM. So you could literally take these models, integrate it into your software packages, create AI agents that run on Cadence, or there might be ServiceNow agents, or they might be SAP agents, and they could deploy it to their customers and run it wherever the customers want to run the software. The next layer is what we call NVIDIA NeMo. NeMo is essentially a digital employee onboarding and training evaluation system. In the future, these AI agents are essentially digital workforce that are working alongside your employees, doing things for you on your behalf. And so the way that you would bring these specialized agents these special agents into your company is to onboard them, just like you onboard an employee. And so we have different libraries that helps these AI agents be trained for the type of language in your company. Maybe the vocabulary is unique to your company, the business process is different, the way you work is different. So you would give them examples of what the work product should look like, and they would try to generate it, and you would give a feedback, and then you would evaluate them, so on and so forth. And so that, and you would guardrail them. You say, these are the things that you're not allowed to do. These are the things you're not allowed to say. And we even give them access to certain information. Okay, so that entire pipeline, digital employee pipeline, is called NeMo. In a lot of ways, the IT department of every company is going to be the HR department of AI agents in the future. Today, they manage and maintain a bunch of software from the IT industry. In the future, they'll maintain, nurture, onboard, and improve a whole bunch of digital agents and provision them to the companies to use. Okay, and so your IT department is going to become kind of like AI agent HR. And on top of that, we provide a whole bunch of blueprints that our ecosystem could take advantage of. All of this is completely open source, and so you could take it and modify the blueprints. We have blueprints for all kinds of different types of agents. Well, today we're also announcing that we're doing something that's really cool and I think really clever. We're announcing a whole family of models that are based off of Llama, the NVIDIA Llama Nemotron language foundation models. Llama 3.1 is a complete phenomenon. The download of Llama 3.1 from Meta, 650,000 times, something like that. It has been derived and turned into other models, about 60,000 other different models. It is singularly the reason why just about every single enterprise and every single industry has been activated to start working on AI. Well, the thing that we did was we realized that the Llama models really could be better fine-tuned for enterprise use. And so we fine-tune them using our expertise and our capabilities, and we turn them into the Llama Nemotron suite of open models. There are small ones that interact in very, very fast response time, extremely small. They're what we call super Llama Nemotron supers. They're basically your mainstream versions of your models. Or your ultra model. The ultra model could be used to be a teacher model for a whole bunch of other models. It could be a reward model, evaluator, a judge for other models to create answers and decide whether it's a good answer or not, basically give feedback to other models. It could be distilled in a lot of different ways. Basically, a teacher model, a knowledge distillation model. Very large, very capable. And so all of this is now available online. Well, these models are incredible. It's number one in leaderboards for chat, leaderboard for instruction, leaderboard for retrieval. So the different types of functionalities necessary that are used in AI agents around the world, these are going to be incredible models for you. We're also working with the ecosystem. All of our NVIDIA AI technologies are integrated into the IT industry. We have great partners and really great work being done at ServiceNow, at SAP, at Siemens for industrial AI. Cadence is doing great work. Synopsys is doing great work. I'm really proud of the work that we do with Perplexity. As you know, they revolutionized search. Yeah, really fantastic stuff. Codium, every software engineer in the world. This is going to be the next giant AI application. Next giant AI service, period, is software coding. 30 million software engineers around the world. Everybody is going to have a software assistant helping them code. If not, obviously you're going to be way less productive and create lesser good code. And so this is 30 million. There's 1 billion knowledge workers in the world. It is very, very clear AI agents is probably the next robotics industry and likely to be a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. Well, let me show you some of the blueprints that we've created and some of the work that we've done with our partners with these AI agents.
AI agents are the new digital workforce, working for and with us. AI agents are a system of models that reason about a mission, break it down into tasks, and retrieve data or use tools to generate a quality response. NVIDIA's agentic AI building blocks, NIM pre-trained models, and NeMo framework let organizations easily develop AI agents and deploy them anywhere. We will onboard and train our agentic workforces on our company's methods, like we do for employees. AI agents are domain-specific task experts. Let me show you 4 examples. For the billions of knowledge workers and students, AI research assistant agents ingest complex documents like lectures, journals, financial results, and generate interactive podcasts for easy learning.
By combining a UNet regression model with a diffusion model, CorDiff can downscale global weather forecasts down from 25 kilometers to 2 kilometers.
Developers, like at NVIDIA, manage software security AI agents that continuously scan software for vulnerabilities, alerting developers to what action is needed. Virtual Lab AI agents help researchers design and screen billions of compounds to find promising drug candidates faster than ever. And video analytics AI agents, built on an NVIDIA Metropolis blueprint, including NVIDIA Cosmos Nematron vision language models, Llama Nematron LLMs, and NeMo Retriever. Metropolis agents analyze content from the billions of cameras generating 100,000 petabytes of video per day. They enable interactive search, summarization, and automated reporting, and help monitor traffic flows, flagging congestion or danger. In industrial facilities, they monitor processes and generate recommendations or improvement. Metropolis agents centralize data from hundreds of cameras and can reroute workers or robots when incidents occur. The age of agentic AI is here, for every organization.
Okay.
NVIDIA's current price, $149.85.
That was the
right
first
under that
pitch
150.
at a baseball game. That was not generated. I just felt that none of you were impressed. Okay, so AI was created in the cloud and for the cloud. AI was created in the cloud and for the cloud. And for enjoying AI on phones, of course, it's perfect. Very, very soon, we're going to have a continuous AI that's going to be with you. And when you use those meta glasses, you could, of course, point at something, look at something, and ask it, whatever information you want. And so AI is perfect in the cloud. It was created in the cloud, is perfect in the cloud. However, we would love to be able to take that AI everywhere. I've mentioned already that you could take NVIDIA AI to any cloud, but you could also put it inside your company. But the thing that we want to do more than anything is put it on our PC as well.
Hit that like and subscribe for me, guys. Hit that like and subscribe. We do all this for free.
As you know, Windows 95 revolutionized the computer industry. It made possible this new suite of multimedia services, and it changed the way that applications was created forever. Windows 95, this model of computing, of course, is not perfect for AI. And so the thing that we would like to do is we would like to have, in the future, your AI basically become your AI assistant. And instead of just the 3D APIs and the sound APIs and the video APIs, you would have generative APIs for 3D and generative APIs for language and generative AI for sound and so on and so forth. And we need a system that makes that possible while leveraging the massive investment that's in the cloud. There's no way that the world can create yet another way of programming AI models. It's just not going to happen. And so if we could figure out a way to make Windows PC a world-class AI PC, it would be completely awesome. And it turns out the answer is Windows. It's Windows WSL2. Windows WSL2. Windows WSL2 basically is two operating systems within one. It works perfectly. It's developed for developers, and it's developed so that you can have access to bare metal. It's been
$149.90.
has been optimized.
$149.90 current price for
optimized
NVIDIA.
for
Bearing in on
cloud-native
that
applications.
$150.
It is optimized for, and very importantly, it's been optimized for CUDA. And so WSL2 supports CUDA perfectly out of the box. As a result, everything that I showed you with NVIDIA NIMs, NVIDIA NeMo, the blueprints that we develop that are going to be up in ai.nvidia.com, so long as the computer fits it, so long as you can fit that model, and we're going to have many models that fit, whether it's vision models or language models or speech models or these animation digital human models, all kinds of different types of models are going to be perfect for your PC, and you download it and it should just run. And so our focus is to turn Windows WSL2, Windows PC, into a target first-class platform that we will support and maintain for as long as we shall live.
150.
And so this is an
just broke
incredible thing
150,
for engineers and developers everywhere. Let me show you something that we can do with that. This is one of the examples of a blueprint we just made for you.
Generative AI synthesizes amazing images from simple text prompts. Yet image composition can be challenging to control using only words. With NVIDIA NIM microservices, creators can use simple 3D objects to guide AI image generation. Let's see how a concept artist can use this technology to develop the look of a scene. They start by laying out 3D assets, created by hand or generated with AI. Then use an image generation NIM, such as Flux, to create a visual that adheres to the 3D scene. Add or move objects to refine the composition. Change camera angles to frame the perfect shot.
That 150 was resistant.
Or reimagine the whole scene with a new prompt. Assisted by generative AI and NVIDIA NIM, an artist can quickly realize their vision.
NVIDIA AI for your PCs. Hundreds of millions of PCs in the world with Windows, and so we could get them ready for AI. OEMs, all the PC OEMs we work with, just basically all of the world's leading PC OEMs, are going to get their PCs ready for this stack. And so AI PCs are coming to a home near you. Linux is good. Okay, let's talk about physical AI. Speaking of Linux, let's talk about physical AI. So, physical AI. Imagine, whereas your large language model, you give it your context, your prompt on the left, and it generates tokens one at a time to produce the output. That's basically how it works. The amazing thing is this model in the middle is quite large, has billions of parameters. The context length is incredibly large because you might decide to load in a PDF. In my case, I might load in several PDFs before I ask it a question. Those PDFs are turned into tokens. The basic attention characteristic of a transformer has every single token find its relationship and relevance against every other token. So you could have hundreds of thousands of tokens, and the computational load increases quadratically. And it does this, all of the parameters, all of the input sequence, process it through every single layer of the transformer, and it produces one token. That's the reason why we needed Blackwell. And then the next token is produced when the current token is done. It puts the current token into the input sequence and takes that whole thing and generates the next token. It does it one at a time. This is the transformer model. It's the reason why it is so incredibly effective, computationally demanding. What if instead of PDFs, it's your surrounding? And what if instead of the prompt, a question, it's a request? Go over there and pick up that that box and bring it back. And instead of what is produced in tokens as text, it produces action tokens. Well, that I just described is a very sensible thing for the future of robotics. And the technology is right around the corner. But what we need to do is we need to create the effectively the world model of, as opposed to GPT, which is a language model. And this world model has to understand the language of the world. It has to understand physical dynamics, things like gravity and friction and inertia. It has to understand geometric and spatial relationships. It has to understand cause and effect. If you drop something, it falls to the ground. If you poke at it, it tips over. It has to understand object permanence. If you roll a ball over the kitchen counter, when it goes off the other side, the ball didn't leave into another quantum universe. That's still there. And so all of these types of understanding is intuitive understanding that we know that most models today have a very hard time with. And so we would like to create we need a world foundation model. Today we're announcing a very big thing. We're announcing NVIDIA Cosmos, a world foundation model that is designed, that was created to understand the physical world. And the only way for you to really understand this is to see it. Let's play it.
The next frontier of AI is physical AI. Model performance is directly related to data availability, but physical world data is costly to capture, curate, and label. NVIDIA Cosmos is a world foundation model development platform to advance physical AI. It includes auto-regressive world foundation models, diffusion-based world foundation models, advanced tokenizers, and an NVIDIA CUDA, an AI-accelerated data pipeline. Cosmos models ingest text, image, or video prompts and generate virtual world states as videos. Cosmos generations prioritize the unique requirements of AV and robotics use cases, like real-world environments, lighting, and object permanence. Developers use NVIDIA Omniverse to build physics-based, geospatially accurate scenarios, then output Omniverse renders into Cosmos, which generates photoreal, physically based synthetic data. Whether diverse objects or environments, conditions like weather or time of day, or edge case scenarios. Developers use Cosmos to generate worlds for reinforcement learning AI feedback to improve policy models, or to test and validate model performance, even across multi-sensor views. Cosmos can generate tokens in real time, bringing the power of foresight and multiverse simulation to AI models, generating every possible future to help the model select the right path. Working with the world's developer ecosystem, NVIDIA is helping advance the next wave of physical AI.
NVIDIA Cosmos. NVIDIA Cosmos. NVIDIA Cosmos, the world's first world foundation model. It is trained on 20 million hours of video. The 20 million hours of video focuses on physical dynamic things. So dynamic nature themes, humans walking, hands moving, manipulating things, things that are fast camera movements. It's really about teaching the AI, not about generating creative content, but teaching the AI to understand the physical world. And with this physical AI, there are many downstream things that we could do as a result. We could do synthetic data generation to train models. We could distill it and turn it into effectively the beginnings of a robotics model. You could have it generate multiple physically based, physically plausible scenarios of the future, basically do a Doctor Strange. You could, because this model understands the physical world, of course, you saw a whole bunch of images generated. This model understanding the physical world, it also could do, of course, captioning. And so it could take videos, caption it incredibly well, and that captioning and the video could be used to train large language models, multimodality large language models. And so you could use this technology to use this foundation model to train robots, as well as large language models. And so this is the NVIDIA Cosmos. The platform has an autoregressive model for real-time applications, has diffusion model for very high-quality image generation. It's incredible tokenizer, basically learning the vocabulary of real world, and a data pipeline so that if you would like to take all of this and then train it on your own data, this data pipeline, because there's so much data involved, we've accelerated everything end-to-end for you. And so this is the world's first data processing pipeline that's CUDA accelerated as well as AI accelerated. All of this is part of the Cosmos platform. And today we're announcing that Cosmos is open licensed. It's open available on GitHub.
We've had 100 votes on the polls.
We
guys.
hope that
like
this
and
moment,
button for
and there's a
all
small, medium, large.
Free. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you
very
love the
fast
community
models,
as much as I do. Hit
mainstream
that
models,
like and subscribe
also
for me.
Teacher models, basically not knowledge transfer models. Cosmos World Foundation model being open, we really hope will do for the world of robotics and industrial AI what Llama 3 has done for enterprise AI. The magic happens when you connect Cosmos to Omniverse, and the reason fundamentally is this. Omniverse is a physics grounded, not physically grounded, but physics grounded. It's algorithmic physics, principled physics simulation grounded system. It's a simulator. When you connect that to Cosmos, it provides the grounding, the ground truth that can control and to condition the Osmos generation. As a result, what comes out of Osmos is grounded on truth. This is exactly the same idea as connecting a large language model to a RAG, to a retrieval augmented generation system. You want to ground the AI generation on ground truth. And so the combination of the two gives you a physically simulated, a physically grounded multiverse generator. And the application, the use cases are really quite exciting. And of course, for robotics, for industrial applications, it is very, very clear. This Cosmos plus Omniverse plus Cosmos represents the third computer that's necessary for building robotic systems. Every robotics company will ultimately have to build 3 computers. The robotic system could be a factory, the robotic system could be a car, it could be a robot. You need 3 fundamental computers. One computer, of course, to train the AI. We call it the DGX computer to train the AI. Another, of course, when you're done, to deploy the AI. We call that AGX. That's inside the car, in the robot, or in an AMR, or at the in a stadium, or whatever it is. These computers are at the edge and they're autonomous. But to connect the two, you need a digital twin. And this is all the simulations that you were seeing. The digital twin is where the AI that has been trained goes to practice, to be refined, to do its synthetic data generation, reinforcement learning, AI feedback, such and such. And so it's the digital twin of the AI. These 3 computers are going to be working interactively. NVIDIA's strategy for the industrial world, and we've been talking about this for some time, is this 3-computer system. Instead of a three-body problem, we have a 3-computer solution. And so it's the NVIDIA of robotics. So let me give you 3 examples. All right, so the first example is how we apply all of this to industrial digitalization. There are millions of factories, hundreds of thousands of warehouses. That's basically it's the backbone of a $50 trillion manufacturing industry. All of that has to become software defined. All of it has to have automation in the future. And all of it will be infused with robotics. Well, we're partnering with Kion, the world's leading warehouse automation solutions provider, and Accenture, the world's largest professional services provider, and they have a big focus in digital manufacturing, and we're working together to create something that's really special, and I'll show you that in a second. But our go-to-market is essentially the same as all of the other software platforms and all the technology platforms that we have through the developers and ecosystem partners, and we have just a growing number of ecosystem partners connecting to Omniverse, and the reason for that is very clear. Everybody wants to digitalize the future of industries. There's so much waste, so much opportunity for automation in that $50 trillion of the world's GDP. So let's take a look at that. This one example that we're doing with Kion and Accenture.
Kion, the supply chain solution company, Accenture, a global leader in professional services, and Nvidia are bringing physical AI to the $1 trillion warehouse and distribution center market. Managing high-performance warehouse logistics involves navigating a complex web of decisions influenced by constantly shifting variables. These include daily and seasonal demand changes, space constraints, workforce availability, and the integration of diverse robotic and automated systems. And predicting operational KPIs of a physical warehouse is nearly impossible today. To tackle these challenges, Kion is adopting Mega, an NVIDIA Omniverse blueprint for building industrial digital twins to test and optimize robotic fleets. First, Kion's warehouse management solution assigns tasks to the industrial AI brains in the digital twin, such as moving a load from a buffer location to a shuttle storage solution. The robot's brains are in a simulation of a physical warehouse, digitalized into Omniverse using OpenUSD connectors to aggregate CAD, video and image to 3D, LiDAR to point cloud, and AI-generated data. The fleet of robots execute tasks by perceiving and reasoning about their Omniverse digital twin environment, planning their next motion and acting. The robot brains can see the resulting state through sensor simulations and decide their next action. The loop continues while Mega precisely tracks the state of everything in the digital twin. Now, Kion can simulate infinite scenarios at scale while measuring operational KPIs, such as throughput, efficiency, and utilization, all before deploying changes to the physical warehouse. Together with NVIDIA, Kion and Accenture are reinventing industrial autonomy.
In the future, that's incredible. Everything is in simulation. In the future, every factory will have a digital twin. And that digital twin operates exactly like the real factory. And in fact, you could use Omniverse with Cosmos to generate a whole bunch of future scenarios, and you pick. Then an AI decides which one of the scenarios are the most optimal for whatever KPIs, and that becomes the programming constraints, the program, if you will, the AIs that will be deployed into the real factories. The next example, autonomous vehicles. The AV revolution has arrived. After so many years, with Waymo's success and Tesla's success, it is very, very clear autonomous vehicles has finally arrived. Well, our offering to this industry is the three computers: the training systems to train the AIs, the simulation systems, and the synthetic data generation systems, Omniverse and now Cosmos, and also the computer that's inside the car. Each car company might work with us in a different way, use one or two or three of the computers. We're working with just about every major car company around the world: Waymo and Zoox and Tesla, of course, in their data center, BYD, the largest EV company in the world. JLR's got a really cool car coming. Mercedes has a fleet of cars coming with NVIDIA starting this year, going to production. And I'm super, super pleased to announce that today, Toyota and NVIDIA are going to partner together to create their next generation AVs.
Well, these guys are partnering up with everybody.
Just so many cool companies. Lucid and Rivian and Xiaomi, and of course, Volvo, just so many different companies. Wabi is building self-driving trucks. Aurora, we announced this week also that Aurora is going to use NVIDIA to build self-driving trucks. Autonomous, 100 million cars built each year, a billion vehicles on the road all over the world, 1 trillion miles that are driven around the world each year. That's all going to be either highly autonomous or, fully autonomous coming up. And so this is going to be a very large industry. I predict that this will likely be the first multi-trillion-dollar robotics industry. This business for us, notice in just a few of these cars that are starting to ramp into the world, our business is already $4 billion, and this year probably on a run rate about $5 billion. So really significant business already. This is going to be very large. Well, today we're announcing that our next generation processor for the car, our next generation computer for the car is called Thor. I have one right here. Hang on a second. Okay, this is Thor. This is Thor. This is a robotics computer. This is a robotics computer. It takes sensors and just a madness amount of sensor information. Process it, umpteen cameras, high resolution, radars, lidars, they're all coming into this chip. And this chip has to process all that sensor, turn them into tokens, put them into a transformer, and predict the next path. And this AV computer is now in full production. Thor is 20 times the processing capability of our last generation Orin, which is really the standard of autonomous vehicles today. And so this is just really quite incredible. Thor is in full production. This robotics processor, by the way, also goes into a full robot. And so it could be an AMR, it could be a humanoid robot, it could be the brain, it could be the manipulator. This processor basically is a universal robotics computer. The second part of our drive system that I'm incredibly proud of is the dedication to safety. Drive OS, I'm pleased to announce, is now the first software-defined programmable AI computer that has been certified up to ASIL D, which is the highest standard of functional safety for automobiles. The only and the highest. And so I'm really, really proud of this. ASIL D, ISO 26262. It is the work of some 15,000 engineering years. This is just extraordinary work. And as a result of that, CUDA is now a functional, safe computer. And so if you're building a robot, NVIDIA CUDA, yeah. Okay, so now I told you I was going to show you what would we use Omniverse and Cosmos to do in the context of self-driving cars. And today, instead of showing you a whole bunch of videos of cars driving on the road, I'll show you some of that too. But I want to show you how we use the car to reconstruct digital twins automatically using AI and use that capability to train future AI models. Okay, let's play it.
The autonomous vehicle revolution is here. Building autonomous vehicles, like all robots, requires 3 computers: NVIDIA DGX to train AI models, Omniverse to test drive and generate synthetic data, and Drive AGX, a supercomputer in the car. Building safe autonomous vehicles means addressing edge scenarios, but real-world data is limited, so synthetic data is essential for training. The Autonomous Vehicle Data Factory, powered by NVIDIA Omniverse, AI models, and Cosmos, generates synthetic driving scenarios that enhance training data by orders of magnitude. First, OmniMap fuses map and geospatial data to construct drivable 3D environments. Driving scenario variations can be generated from replayed drive logs or AI traffic generators. Next, a neural reconstruction engine uses autonomous vehicle sensor logs to create high-fidelity 4D simulation environments. It replays previous drives in 3D and generates scenario variations to amplify training data. Finally, Edify 3DS automatically searches through existing asset libraries or generates new assets to create sim-ready scenes. The Omniverse scenarios are used to condition Cosmos to generate massive amounts of photorealistic data, reducing the sim-to-real gap. And with text prompts, generate near infinite variations of the driving scenario. With Cosmos Nemotron Video Search, the massively scaled synthetic dataset, combined with recorded drives, can be curated to train models. NVIDIA's AI Data Factory scales hundreds of drives into billions of effective miles, setting the standard for safe and advanced autonomous driving.
Isn't that incredible? We take
Now I like that. I like that.
thousands of drives and turn them into billions of miles. We are going to have mountains of training data for autonomous vehicles. Of course, we still need actual cars on the road. Of course, we will continuously collect data for as long as we shall live. However, synthetic data generation using this multiverse, physically based, physically grounded capability so that we generate data for training AIs that are physically grounded and accurate and or plausible so that we could have an enormous amount of data to train with. The AV industry is here. This is an incredibly exciting time, super excited about the next several years. I think you're gonna see, just as computer graphics was revolutionized such incredible pace, you're gonna see the pace of AV development increasing tremendously over the next several years. I think the next part is robotics. So
Here we go. He's going to show off his robots again.
humanoid robots. My friends.
Those aren't real
The
robots.
ChatGPT moment
Images
for
of
general
robots,
robotics is just around the corner. And in fact, all of the enabling technologies that I've been talking about is going to make it possible for us in the next several years to see very rapid breakthroughs, surprising breakthroughs in general robotics. Now, the reason why general robotics is so important is whereas robots with tracks and wheels require special environments to accommodate them, there are three robots in the world that we can make that require no green fields. Brownfield adaptation is perfect. If we could possibly build these amazing robots, we could deploy them in exactly the world that we've built for ourselves. These three robots are, one, agentic robots and agentic AI, because they're information workers. So long as they could accommodate the computers that we have in our offices, it's going to be great. Number two, self-driving cars. And the reason for that is we spent 100 plus years building roads and cities. And then number three, humanoid robots. If we have the technology to solve these three, this will be the largest technology industry the world's ever seen. And so we think that the robotics era is just around the corner. The critical capability is how to train these robots. In the case of humanoid robots, the imitation information is rather hard to collect. And the reason for that is, in the case of car, you just drive it. We're driving cars all the time. In the case of these humanoid robots, the imitation information, the human demonstration is rather laborious to do. And so we need to come up with a clever way to take hundreds of demonstrations, thousands of human demonstrations, and somehow use artificial intelligence and Omniverse to synthetically generate millions of synthetically generated motions. And from those motions, the AI can learn how to perform a task. Let me show you how that's done.
Chewie, brother. We appreciate your support.
Developers around the world are building the next
Mad
wave of
Howker,
physical
thank you so much for your
AI-embodied
support,
robots.
brother. I hope I said your name
Humanoids.
right, but thank you for subscribing.
Developing
And if you guys
general-purpose
haven't yet, make
robot
sure you hit that
models
like and
requires
subscribe.
massive amounts of real-world data,
amazing community
which
here
is
for you.
costly to capture and curate. NVIDIA Isaac GR00T helps tackle these challenges, providing humanoid robot developers with 4 things: robot foundation models, data pipelines, simulation frameworks, and a Thor robotics computer. The NVIDIA Isaac GR00T blueprint for synthetic motion generation is a simulation workflow for imitation learning, enabling developers to generate exponentially large data sets from a small number of human demonstrations. First, GR00T Teleop enables skilled human workers to portal into a digital twin of their robot using the Apple Vision Pro. This means operators can capture data even without a physical robot, and they can operate the robot in a risk-free environment, eliminating the chance of physical damage or wear and tear. To teach a robot a single task, operators capture motion trajectories through a handful of teleoperated demonstrations, then use GR00T Mimic to multiply these trajectories into a much larger dataset. Next, they use GR00T Gen, built on Omniverse and Cosmos, for domain randomization and 3D to real upscaling, generating an exponentially larger dataset. The Omniverse and Cosmos Multiverse Simulation Engine provides a massively scaled dataset to train the robot policy. Once the policy is trained, developers can perform software-in-the-loop testing and validation in Isaac Sim before deploying to the real robot. The age of general robotics is arriving, powered by NVIDIA Isaac GR00T.
We're going to have mountains of data to train robots with. NVIDIA Isaac GR00T. NVIDIA Isaac GR00T. This is our platform to provide technology elements to the robotics industry to accelerate the development of general robotics. And, well, I have one more thing that I want to show you. None of this would be possible if not for this incredible project that we started about a decade ago. Inside the company was called Project Digits, Deep Learning GPU Intelligence Training System. Digits. Well, before we launched it, I shrunk it to DGX and to harmonize it with RTX, AGX, OVX, and all of the other X's that we have in the company. And it really revolutionized, DGX1 really revolutionized, where's DGX1? DGX1 revolutionized artificial intelligence. The reason why we built it was because we wanted to make it possible for researchers and startups to have an out-of-the-box AI supercomputer. Imagine the way supercomputers were built in the past. You really have to build your own facility, and you have to go build your own infrastructure and really engineer it into existence. And so we created a supercomputer for AI development for researchers and startups that comes literally one out of the box. I delivered the first one to a startup company in 2016 called OpenAI, and Elon was there, and Ilya Sutskever was there, and many of the NVIDIA engineers were there, and we celebrated the arrival of DGX1, and obviously it revolutionized artificial intelligence and computing. But now artificial intelligence is everywhere. It's not just in researchers and startup labs. You know, we want artificial intelligence, as I mentioned in the beginning of our talk. This is now the new way of doing computing. This is the new way of doing software. Every software engineer, every creative artist, everybody who uses computers today as a tool will need an AI supercomputer. And so I just wish that DGX1 was smaller. And You know, imagine, ladies and gentlemen, this is NVIDIA's latest AI supercomputer. And it's fondly called Project Digits right now. And if you have a good name for it, reach out to us. Here's the amazing thing. This is an AI supercomputer. It runs the entire NVIDIA AI stack. All of NVIDIA's software runs on this. DGX Cloud runs on this. This sits, well, somewhere, and it's wireless or, connected to your computer. It's even a workstation if you like it to be. And you could access it, you could reach it like a cloud supercomputer, and NVIDIA's AI works on it. And it's based on a super secret chip that we've been working on called GB110, the smallest Grace Blackwell that we make. And I have, well, you know what? Let's show everybody inside. It's just so cute. And this is the chip that's inside. It is in production. This top secret chip we did in collaboration. The CPU, the Grace CPU, is built for NVIDIA in collaboration with MediaTek. They're the world's leading SoC company, and they worked with us to build this CPU SoC, and connect it with chip-to-chip NVLink to the Blackwell GPU. And this little thing here is in full production. We're expecting this computer to be available around May timeframe. And so it's coming at you. It's just incredible what we could do. And it's just, I think I was trying to figure out, do I need more hands or more pockets? All right, so imagine this is what it looks like. Who doesn't want one of those? And if you use PC, Mac, anything, because it's a cloud platform. It's a cloud computing platform that sits on your desk. You could also use it as a Linux workstation if you like. If you would like to have double digits, this is what it looks like. And you connect it together with ConnectX, and it has nickel, GPU Direct, all of that out of the box. It's like a supercomputer. Our entire supercomputing stack is available. And so, NVIDIA Project Digits. Okay. Well, let me tell you what I told you. I told you that we are in production with 3 new Blackwells. Not only is the Grace Blackwell supercomputers, NVLink 72s, in production all over the world, we now have 3 new Blackwell systems in production. One amazing AI foundational world foundation model, the world's first physical AI foundation model. It's open, available to activate the world's industries of robotics and such, and three robotics. 3 robots. We're working on agentic AI, humanoid robots, and self-driving cars. It's been an incredible year. I want to thank all of you for your partnership. Thank all of you for coming. I made you a short video to reflect on last year and look forward to the next year. Play, please.
This is creepy. Well, that was the 2025 NVIDIA at CES keynotes. I don't know what you guys think about this. I know there was a lot of chat. It was absolutely awesome how much just knowledge was actually dropped in our chat today. And I think there was quite a few really good points, the biggest one being the energy. How much energy is this going to take up? He addressed it. It was very, very short, but I didn't really catch the full spectrum of how much this is actually going to take energy-wise. I know Jolene said something about you're not going to be able to run this unless it's not at those peak current hours. I thought that was funny, and of course, I thought I took a big key takeaway. I really liked how they're making those models for those cars. In those vehicles, they're saying, in the vehicles, they are creating and generating so much information where they can create all these simulations to help train the vehicles. That's something I could really wrap my head around. But of course, we had Sosa talking about how this is huge, that they're going cross-platform. That's not something I really can wrap my head around very well. So I'm going to have to do a deeper dive and really try and vamp up and revamp up what this really means for NVIDIA stock. Now, we did have questions and why this pull back? Why do we have such a big pullback? But we did have a bounce off this double bottom. So let me just explain this on a technical term really quick for you guys. These pullbacks, usually because the overall market itself is already pricing in what it is expecting. This market that you see in front of us, this mycelium as I like to call it, likes to price in its future earnings, 6 months, sometimes to a year. So if you don't really impress the institutional ownership, they will sell the news unless something unexpected came out and we really surprise investors. Investors are going to need to see the constant revamping in NVIDIA for this constantly to do well because we are already pricing in 6 months to a year. So keep that in mind. Now, we had a lot of things going off. There's a lot of partnerships like with Toyota. Toyota, or the ticker symbol TM, you can see in the after hours it really ramped up. I don't have the current price right now, but Sosa's saying this thing is just rip tater chipping to the north side. So if you like TM or if you like the partnerships that are going on, there's lots. There is a lot going on right now. I know MU took off. I know NVIDIA did have a nice little pullback there while MU was rip tater chipping to the north side. So we got to keep an eye on all of these. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on all that. I did like this show. It was a little longer than I expected, but I enjoyed every bit of it. What do you guys think? Do you guys really think that they nailed it? Is this the future, or are they just blowing smoke up our ass? That's the real question. But right now, I really think that tonight's show did a great job kind of keeping the investors interested. But I'd like to see what's to come because, I'm a technical analysis trader. I want to see if tomorrow we do get that gap up. Now, we had over 100 votes today. The question was, will NVIDIA reach new all-time highs before the open tomorrow? 62% of you said yes, it's going to break 152.16, so we will see in the morning if we get a nice gap up. We're going to go ahead and end that poll now. Thank you guys for everyone voting on that. We still have 27 of you in here, and if I haven't earned your subscription yet, I do hope that you at least got some entertainment or some education out of this, and if you did, consider hitting that like, consider hitting that subscribe button. Guys, we had an amazing show tonight. Thank you guys so much for being with me, and if you are new to the show, if you have made any kind of comment, which we had a ton of comments, I like to usher you out by giving you a shout out for being here and saying thank you. So stick with me. You guys, that was awesome. Thank you so much. We had an absolute amazing show tonight. So we will see you guys very soon. We do have a meeting in our Discord. It's absolutely free every Wednesday. So this Wednesday, we will be having a meeting in Discord. You're more than welcome to join that, sit in. We're going to go over the stocks, the ETFs, and everything the market. So we'll see you guys very soon, and stay to the end, and I'll give you your shout out. Thank you guys. Much love. I honestly, I can't thank you enough. This is absolutely amazing. This is exactly what I've always wanted out of this YouTube, and I would like to make this my full-time job very, very soon. So keep supporting me, guys. We'll see you guys soon. Peace. All right, Mustang, thank you so much for being here. I love the support, and you're very, very welcome. Thank you so much. B. Stewie, man, you're my number one, baby. I appreciate you being here. You've been here from day one, B. Stewie, and you are still punching in the hours, still learning every single day. And dude, I love you being the poster child for this YouTube. So thank you so much for being here. Dan, Bob, Dan, thank you so much for being here and moderating. Make sure everything's running smooth. Jimmy Bright, thank you, brother. I hope you have a good night. Thank you for your love and support. Sosa, of course, dude. Sosa, I really appreciate. I'm glad that we can meet up. I'm glad we have the symbiotic relationship. I hope I can help you. I appreciate what you're doing in the community, trying to help others as well. So we're working together. Jolene, sweet Jolene, I'm so happy you could make it and you spent some time in here. Oh, guys, we had so much fun with that jacket. I almost wanna just bring this up really quick. Look at this jacket. $8,990 for this jacket that he wore today. Yes, they have it in women's. Absolutely beautiful. Jolene and I will be wearing this next live stream, definitely. But I couldn't believe it. He's walking around in an $8,000 jacket. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely crazy. Let's get through these names, guys. Holy cow, we had what a chat. Riley C, the comments that you made today, I mean, I was almost in tears with some of the comments you made. So thank you so much for being an awesome part. Jonten Gudino, I hope I'm saying that right. Very impressive. I'm glad that you've seen that 150 area of resistance. We did break above it just momentarily and then sold off hard on higher volume. So we are going to keep a very close eye on that 150 area. So I'm glad they bring that up. Prince Casbin, Jensen makes him look short. Thank you, Prince, for stopping in and saying hello. Appreciate your time, brother. Let's see what else we got here, guys. I don't want to leave anybody out. We don't like to leave people out. We already got Jolene. Scott J, hold the line, he says. Scott J, thank you so much for being a part of this. Yosef, as always, brother, thank you so much for being here. Goodness gracious, we had so much going on. Carl Burr, thank you so much for stopping in. I do appreciate you hitting that like and that subscribe button. Mano, thank you so much, man. Jacket powered AI, when's that going to be a thing? That's a great question. I want one. Let's see what else we got here, guys. Oh, Ash, thank you so much for stopping in. I'm glad that we got to go through the 5-minute trend break strategy with you. And if you want more help with that, just reach out. Kristen, thank you so much for stopping in and saying hello. And I think that hits up everybody. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, I do apologize. We had a ton in the chat today. I hope you guys have an awesome night, and we will see you guys very, very soon. Remember, Wednesday's Discord meeting at 9 o'clock. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night at, I'm sorry, not tomorrow night. That'd be Wednesday night. Wednesday night at 9. My days are kind of getting mixed together here, guys. But Wednesday, we'll see you guys Wednesday night at 9 in the Discord. In the meantime, stay frosty, my friends. And thank you once again for helping me grow this absolutely amazing community. Good night. Peace.